No, we're actually live.
Oh my god.
The internet can hear us. Flee. Flee this place.
Flee.
I'd just like to just make a note. Our current natural 20 count is currently at 18.
I feel like I've got the most. And most of those have been attacks against you guys.
I mean,
Yeah,
sounds
last
about
session was brutal.
That was brutal.
Let me double check.
Oof.
No, Halldamir. You do not have the most.
Really?
Is he
Who does?
catching up though?
Halldamir is tied second. I think I'm in first place, actually, at 5. Halldamir, you're at 4, tied with both Isaac and Ichi.
Ah.
I should always be last because I don't roll dice. I make other people roll
Yeah.
dice at best.
Yeah, Sheep, you have rolled, according to my numbers, 1 natural 20 so far. You're on the leaderboard, but not by much.
At least you're on it.
and we are not tracking our natural one, so you know. That leaderboard
No,
would be different.
that would immediately bum me out if I
If-
got to see all the natural ones.
If chat wants to track natural ones, that's up to them, but...
Oh god, please don't.
Yeah, leave it to the comments.
So I could blissfully ignore it.
Seemingly the workbench is disabled again. I need to put it again. The skill thing, what is it called? Yeah, workbench.
Oh yeah, the skill actions.
Yeah, that updated again today with the whole game system. Didn't update. So
Yeah, well, it's simple thing to add on.
We know how to fix it now.
yeah, I want you guys to know that if there's any fancy things that come in, I don't know. So I should update it. My Wednesday mornings are open up all my work stuff, open Foundry, update everything, and then close Foundry.
I mean, handy. Have it ready for the
Alright.
game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I did
If I
just
had-
realize that since I'm on my new PC, I don't actually have my notes. So I didn't transfer them over yet.
Yes, I discovered
yeah.
that shortly after my own.
Try to get out of recap. I think Dark did a recap.
That's already done one.
Yeah, it's already done
Yeah.
one.
Though admittedly, my shortened recap may not be exactly what we were looking for, but...
Yeah,
Also-
it's not ideal. I think.
Sheep, you should put your notes on clouds. They can be found very easily on there, on any
I-
PC.
I should.
Yeah. It has no mention of Alicia's recent motherhood.
I forgot about that.
Well,
As
that's a
we
perfect
all-
reason to have a recap. I think.
Yeah. See if I remember correctly. We started off with most of the members in the city or village. Is it considered a village? Yeah, village.
Village town. Yeah.
One, both of them actually being at the tavern. One having a small accident as they woke up. An accidental discharge of fire and burned some furniture. Luckily, all was forgiven, and wow, Lux has been having an interesting morning. Dax had a fine morning. They gathered quickly and came back to the keep, finding Alicia conversing with what looks to be a deformed imp and infernal, and being very excited, showing off her newly acquired and made ramshackled gun, testing it out. Not perfect, but it's workable. appears so. Quickly after that, we descended, followed the goblin, and descended into the keep, where we run into a couple of hellcrowns and almost ran into a skeleton champion or hell knight, something up, until Alicia had the bright idea of displaying the hell knight insignia that she has scavenged from blood floors. Uh, it worked perfectly, and they went back to rest. Uh, And so we avoided that trap, but in doing so, while we came into this recently, or looks destroyed room, and Dax decided to see if he could find any coinage or treasure, as a dragon should, discovered a soulbound doll that has gone mad, and seems Alicia's clever idea has backfired slightly in this case. A short battle ensued, and Alicia, taking a very mighty hit, nearly knocking down, but luckily with some save from Lux timely intervention, uh, Alicia was spared from meeting, having an intimate encounter with the ground. Shortly after, Laurentius destroyed the doll, and that is almost pretty much where we left off, as we came into this room and rested to recover from this battle.
The heavenly hosts did protect Alicia.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you have all rested, all healed up, for the most part, at least. And I believe you were about to set off looking for more harrowing adventure.
All right, two more things. One, we discovered there was some slime down here, and Alicia had a feeling to go either north or south, if you're looking at the map. And
Yeah,
just
it was that feeling was like not directly north, in the sense of the other side of like that door
mhm.
or to the open door to your south. It was just a ways south and a ways north.
Not a precise feeling, but a general direction.
Mhm. There's the the feeling is more for the south, but the north, it feels like it could be fruitful, if anything. But I will unpause and let you guys explore however you might wish.
Well, I suppose we might as well go northeast. If you're already
Works
standing
with
in
me.
front of that door.
Yeah. Let me just ensure that I have the right weapons drawn.
Uh,
We'll use this.
You know what would be good is if I had the book open as well. That'd be helpful.
Perhaps.
We're going off trail. We're ad-libbing this.
uh,
Uh,
all right, stop there for a second. We're diving into the action immediately. All right. So as you come in here, I imagine you're not really rushing through. You're taking your time.
oh God,
Looking
no.
around. Yeah. So after like Alicia steps in for a few, like after a few seconds, um, she'll hear from like behind some of the shells that aren't quite representative. The shells are actually moved to sort of block off this far corner. And she can hear from behind behind these racks some shuffling, and then suddenly a couple of figures appear, screeching and shouting. And the little red one shouts, weird dragons, and we want your meats. As they point one points their stick at you, and the other holds a small dagger, mildly threateningly.
Alicia will merely speak in Draconic and say, Dax, you mind coming up here?
I suppose Dex will. Doesn't see what's going on. He's gonna like peek around the corner.
As they see the face of the Dax peek around, they'll say, "Our fellow dragon, are these your slaves?" As they like point at like Lux, they can quite just about see, and Alicia, and maybe a little bit of Laurentius. You must be a mighty dragon.
They are certainly under my protection, and you should not bother us. You have no reason to.
They sort of look at each other, sort of whisper a little bit, and then look back and say, we think that you are worthy of helping us clear our lair again." They
No,
nod emphatically.
Your Warren used to be down here?
We have a mighty horde. A mighty horde, I tell you, in these halls. They are to the north, you see. Then in the little hallways north, we were not expecting the weird things to come for us, and we then made a tactical retreat back here to prepare for our mighty reclamation efforts.
Dex will take a polite step forward to be in talking range. She says, "Yes, I mean, we are down here already, so we might as well help you. But of course, we expect to be properly compensated. You understand? I expect to be properly compensated."
They nod and say, "I suppose we did make good deals with goblins to stay. You could have anything of theirs."
Hmm.
And there are some things in here, we think.
Quick note, are they speaking in common or Draconic at this point?
Common.
Draconic for sure.
Oh, then Draconic with Dax.
I mean, Dex would have started speaking Draconic.
Yeah, they will respond in Draconic. It seems
Okay.
to be their natural tongue.
Yeah, Alicia will slowly translate for Lux and Laurentius, and
Laurentius would know this. He speaks Draconic, so he doesn't need a translation.
okay.
I have
So
no
does
idea
Lux
what's
then.
going on.
But you see him chucking a quick alcohol bottle to get ready for combat.
Yeah, she will translate for Lux then. So
Very
he has
well,
a
then.
vague idea of what's going on.
We will assist you in your reclamation efforts if you compensate us adequately. However, I would accept some of that adequate compensation in information. You must know this place very well and could tell us something about it.
They seem very much interested in handing over information rather than money and items. So they nod eagerly and say, "Yes, yeah. I mean, we can give you information. What would you be interested in?"
Like Dax will rummage around in his pouch, pull out like a piece of paper, and trace the symbol of the like cinder claws on it.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen this symbol?
They nod and say yes. They rushed in here with weird birds, and they just refused to take us seriously. I mean, we're obviously fearsome, and they just wouldn't take. They didn't believe we were dragons, and they were very angry with us when we would not leave, and they got very angry with the goblins, and then they took all of the East Wing, which out of context, this whole map is sort of rotated counterclockwise 90 degrees, so east is our north.
Okay.
They took over the whole of the East Wing. The West Wing's not very nice, but we will give you free information. The West Wing, very dangerous, but normally quiet. Not anymore. Not recently. Very curious. Weird chants. Can't describe it. But yes, those cultists, I think they are. They not good people.
Yes, I've suspected as much. Thank you for the confirmation.
Hands for feet. Weird people.
Hands for feet.
Hands for feet, brother dragon.
Lex like turns around to the rest of his party and in common says, "Hands for feet," before he comes back around to the kobolds.
Monkeys?
Could be. All right. Are there any traps or dangers we should be aware of? You've said that the West Wing is dangerous, and we've very much experienced that already. What do we expect in the East? What should we expect there? Are those cultists still there?
They nod. So yeah, they're still there. They relaxing. There is one thing you should look out for. The goblins, a little while ago, brought down a mascot. Now this mascot wasn't too keen on being a mascot, so it ate some of them, and they locked it away. And I think it's still here. I don't think it's a very happy mascot, but maybe that'll work in your favor. I don't think it likes many things, but it does like things that give it meat. Big fuzzy thing.
Fuzzy thing that likes meat. That is very useful to know. How many of those cultists are there?
You can see the like green one hold both hands out in front of itself and like extending fingers, and then we'll say, I think about 10.
Okay.
Some are like those things in that room, points, and some are the things with hands for feet. I don't know what they are, but they have that symbol on them. All of them.
Very odd. And how many of you are there? Just 2 of you?
They nod. Yes. Just us two. The goblins left. They ran. And then the stairs fell.
The goblins will probably come back soon after we're done here, but it sounds like you have an agreement with them.
They nod. So
Very good.
We stay out of each other's way for the most part.
Suppose we should be off then to help you with your reclamation. Stax will turn around and in common again say, "Alright, there's apparently 10 of those cultists in the East Wing," which is, he sort of points generally in like this direction. They are probably not humans, most of them, anyways. Unless there are humans that have hands for feet.
What check would it be to know more about those, what they could be?
Society is usually that for humanoids, but
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Society.
I will attempt.
Oh my gosh.
Hand
I-
Alicia knows a lot.
Yeah, it knows a lot. Okay, so there's a couple things that that this could be. I don't need it.
Oh boy, we came
Yeah.
to too
So-
few, now to too many.
No. So there is one that, because you're nat 20, you can deduce, because you've been looking at things from the Mwangi Expanse. You can rather easily deduce that these would be Charalqua, which are effectively, to use similarities from the real world, they are baboon people, effectively.
Can you give me the name so that I'll need it for my notes.
Charalqua.
Okay, thank you.
I am not infused by this being added to that notebook.
Well, just in case.
Just in case.
Just in case.
But yeah, so those are from your understanding, a native people of the Mwangi Expanse. They tend to be excessively loud in combat. They're monkeys. They're monkeys. I don't know, like, yeah.
Okay.
They're small in size. They're small in stature. They tend to work with boggards a lot, which is what you
Oh,
found in
great.
another room.
Yeah,
So-
figures.
Yeah, they tend to work together.
Alicia will grimace, as dealing with buggards is annoying in the first place, but this just makes it even more annoying. She says, I believe those would be the chakra. They are most similarities to common monkey, but they are also, where they're generally buggards. So
All right.
any special abilities of them?
Or if they're Trauka.
Yeah.
Yes. They they are known for throwing detritus and debris. They tend to fight with like a sickle, and they also sometimes will just shriek in a frenzy. Effectively, making them dangerous shock sort of troops, I guess.
Okay. Alicia will list these little things for Laurentius and Lux to hear, since they're more than likely the ones that have to deal with such a thing.
Perhaps
You?
the other kobolds also mentioned that there was a mascot loose. Sounds like some sort of furry monster of some description that we could bribe with some meat. Perhaps we can butcher the birds we killed. Have some fresh meat to bribe it with. Maybe it'll assist us against the cultists.
I mean, I could do that if you think it's worth it. Yeah.
If you don't mind a quick trip up to the keep, I still have the remains of the lizard.
That might be even easier indeed. I don't know how long butchering takes. Although I am trained in survival, so I should.
It's an involved process.
It would also take you quite some time to actually get back up to the keep,
Okay.
because you'd have to walk through the entire length of the corridor and then walk
Right.
over like the hill effectively back to the keep and then through one of the holes, and yeah.
I mean, we don't need to properly prepare the bird carcasses. We can just chop off bits, and that should be good enough.
Sure. I don't have really cooking utensil with me.
How long would it take, GM, to butcher a amount of them?
Could probably butcher.
As no, I do have the forager feat, which means I'm better than normal at gathering food.
Yeah, I think Lux, you could probably butcher both birds in about 15 minutes. They are
Alicia will
human-sized, so they're it's not a small task, but it'd be like butchering a pig, and a skilled hand could do it roughly about 15.
Okay.
Alicia will happily volunteer to help. For not quite for the butchering purposes, but
Dismember.
She's going to do a side project while I'm doing this.
Laurentius will keep a watch.
Yeah, I've got this. Don't worry.
She will pull out various tools. And proceed to examine the creature as Lux butchers it.
Yep.
And I will add that to my dissection table. List.
I mean, yeah, Lux will go ahead and just butcher out the birds and.
What were they called again?
Emperor birds.
Yes, Emperor. Right. Or some pretentious name they had.
Yes, they had a very pretentious name. There's the token of them.
In addition, if it matters, normally when you're getting food, you only get enough food for a single person. Technically speaking, on excess, I would get up to 5 people's worth of food.
Well.
So yeah, I spend time butchering. And also, unless the DC is 25, I auto succeed because I have assurance.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like you're rushing anyway,
No.
so you're fine, honestly. You are fine.
Not to mention Alicia's slightly helping.
As it stands, basically just Lux kind of just kneels down for a little bit and just gets to work, slowly butchering them with this kind of just very practiced method. Someone who's kind of got used to roughing it, and also very used to kind of cleaning every last bit off the bone.
It's strangely like large pheasant to you.
Interesting. But Alicia will essentially get a bunch of immaculately clean bones given to her at the end of this.
She will happily take them.
You know, I suppose I'll add 2 emperor birds to my inventory.
Yep. I think that each are enough to feed 2 people a full meal on their own.
Okay.
So they could feed the 4 of you.
Or one very large creature, perhaps.
Or one large creature.
Okay, so effectively it's 4 rations worth of burb.
Yeah.
Very well.
Edit
Yeah.
that.
After 15 minutes, Lux will kind of get up, clean off the tools, which in Lux's case were like just kind of like kitchen knives, because it turns out Lux has these in his bag, just actual like kitchen knives and a butcher's knife, and also salt. No, he didn't really need to salt these ones. We're not really planning to prepare. We're not planning to preserve these ones.
I remember I should have used that for the previous day.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and collect all those then, and finishing kind of look to the others. Do you all want to carry a little bit of this just in case, or should I carry all of it?
Quite frankly, well, I think it is a good idea to try to bribe that thing. It might also be a terrible idea to have good-smelling fresh meat on you while in its presence.
I'll hold it then. Lux thinks, while also knowing he's already carrying like tons of other meat in his bag anyway.
Will the kobolds be following us, or are they expecting us to do all the work?
They are mighty dragons, and will do their work for them. Clearly.
Right.
Not that they say this; they just don't follow.
Yeah. No.
Have no expectation to follow you.
Yeah. She figured. How is the armager feeling?
But he is surprisingly absolutely fine. He's
Yeah, a nice patch up earlier. He should be good.
yeah, he's doing all right. Actually, sorry, I pressed the wrong button when I was trying to scoop down.
Any obvious traps that could be seen from this location?
You feel free to make me a perception check. Yes, actually. Well, not a trap that I think Laurentius was expecting to spot. But let me describe this room a bit. Pieces of furniture are still quite intact here, although hanging from the ceilings, rafters, are like in the center of the room around where that rug is. It's sort of a strange structure made of ripped and knotted curtains. And right at the top of these peer out small little faces that Laurentius can just make out, seemingly waiting to ambush you.
They probably look somewhat familiar from the description of Alicia.
Mm-hmm. And they do, in fact, have hands for feet.
Lauren just looks back and then points at the ceiling, in his back turn so that he can see what he is pointing at, and then points to like 3 of them.
Does she notice anything?
No, you don't see anything.
Okay.
I mean, since it's being pointed out.
Yeah.
No. I should have read that privately, but still, no.
Yeah.
You can probably just believe Laurentius.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I believe it. I just can't see them.
Yeah, if pointed out and, it seems like we're going to take care of them, Alicia will, I guess, start us off immediately and throw a bomb.
It's a bit far, isn't it?
Yeah, I should probably check. Yeah, that's a bit of distance. I need to.
Yeah, so you will
Get a
not be
little bit
starting
closer.
us off then.
I mean, you can move forward and throw the bomb.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's quite
I
clear
just-
they're waiting for you to get closer. Anyway,
one more step, I believe, and I will good.
I mean, also, I mean, one of us could also just start it off.
To you people, I'm not range.
Yeah. She will step up here and chuck a acid bomb at whatever square that Laurentius points at.
He puts the curtains at the.
In the center. Okay.
Yep.
Then I will attempt to bomb that one.
all right. Let's. Okay. Just wait to roll the rest. Let's get our initiatives in order, and we'll
Sure.
put Alicia right at the top. So let's get some initiative rolled.
That's fitting. They rolled a 1. That is very fitting.
One rolled a 1, one rolled a 20. So
You know, the one that rolled a 1, I feel like is the one that get bombed. But
yeah, and Lux.
1 second, it's not letting me roll. Right, there we go.
good thing I get to start off because I rolled terribly.
Yes, you are starting off, so we'll have you at the top of the initiative because you won't have like a surprise round effectively for them.
Yeah, Laurentius is
Um,
ready.
Yes,
All right.
but with that, you do hit on a 21, so roll that damage.
Oh, that
Where
is
did you
horrible.
Where did you throw
Oh,
it exactly?
Right here, I targeted it.
On them. All right.
So 1 acid damage to everybody, and it now has a persistent damage acid.
I mean, that's actually
Yes.
yeah, because there is no acid flask. I had a maximum of 1 direct damage plus splash. You didn't roll badly.
Mhm. Yeah, I suppose it's
The d6.
Yeah.
The point is, that the d6 are persistently now taking each turn. So
yeah. Which yeah. Let's see. I will immediately put that back because the way we discussed it. Draw this and a no. Take a step back, and that will be her turn.
All right. We move on to the Charalka. So what they are going to do? They will jump from the rafters, screaming as it does so, giving it the effect of quickened until the end of its turn. And it will effectively, as it's jumped down, used an action, but it has 2 more actions and the additional action from the quickened. Sorry, bugging my throat. And then as it comes down, it will attack Laurentius, being the one in front, with a sickle. Just hitting.
reduce the damage by 4.
So no damage. Good.
So no damage.
As I'll
It-
spend my reaction to just block that.
It will then attack again. And roll very well, actually.
You rolled.
I don't think you can reduce this.
I can't
so,
reduce the second one. So
Yeah.
And then its third and final attack, critically missing, as it practically falls over. Laurentius'
Well.
turn.
If it's fallen over, it is time to power attack it. And it's not flat-footed, goddammit.
Nope, not flat.
I mean, I might as well try to attack it again. It's a bit more difficult. No, like that's my turn.
Right. Dex will strike out with some lightning. Hitting the front one and the closest one he can see. Which they have to make me some reflex saves.
All right. To which one? Sorry.
This one
Yep.
and this one.
Those two. All right.
Second one is technically out of range, but I will spend the action before casting the spell to activate my reach spell.
All right. They both succeed. One just barely.
Then they take half of 7.
All right. Still hurts them.
Zapping them.
It could not truly dodge the lightning.
Dex's turn. I bet those other kobolds can't do that. They are far less mighty dragons than Dex
Yes,
is.
you are clearly the mightiest of dragons.
Oh, great. The posturing has already begun.
I step.
Kobold culture, you wouldn't understand.
I will go ahead and strike.
Oh yes, that's it.
I can receive a sword wound. And I'll go ahead and strike again. Nope.
Nope.
That is very low roll.
This one has acid on it, and it's not very keen on it. On that, it too will scream out its frenzy as it charges forward at Lux. Actually, before it reaches Lux, it will throw some debris at Lux,
You.
missing. And then we'll use, as it closes the distance, we'll use its... Oh, I pressed the wrong button, but it missed anyway. And then its third attack will likely do exactly the same.
It
Unfortunately.
is. Does afflicted already automatically do the 1d6?
You see that?
Oh, it does.
It's
Okay,
end of
there,
turn
yeah.
it takes damage, not start of turn.
Yeah,
Okay.
end of turn it takes the damage.
Oh, all right. I thought you started the turn.
Nope.
No, it's always at the end.
Resistant damage is always at the end, just in case you have a way to remove it beforehand, or like you cover yourself in water, or
Ah, good to know.
Alright, this one will not scream, but it will use its action to swing through the jungle-like fabric and start throwing debris at Lux first, missing, and then Laurentius with its third and final action. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. And then 5 damage on Laurentius.
I will go ahead and reduce that to 1 for Laurentius.
You have shield on? Did you attack twice and move?
No, this is my reaction from my Paladin ability, not my shield.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Then back to Alicia.
Right. Uh, She will put the torch on the ground, put it down there, as I will have to drop it, and shoulder her arquebus and attempt to shoot the distant one.
All right.
Minus probably 3, because it does have soft cover.
Soft cover's only -1.
It's kickback.
Ah, right. Okay.
-2. So, reload, and then no, she's not going to attempt to shoot again. Change her grip to draw a bomb for next turn.
All right. This one can't do as many attacks, but it did get hit by Lux. It's no longer quickened. But it will slice at Lux.
No.
And again, oh my lord. And then turn to Laurentius, because obviously it's far too hard to hit Lux. Oh, he gives up.
There are a lot of AC. But really, I don't have anything else than to power attack, so I'm gonna power attack him. There we fucking go.
Well,
All you need is conviction. That's how you hit things.
The one right in front of you, yeah, okay.
Yep.
3 and a
You
1.
Cleave it in twain. Its monkey body falling to the ground.
I shall move here to give flanking for Flux, and that is my turn.
Right. Dax will try to catch the monkey person's eye and then glare at him menacingly.
Not menacingly.
Yes, very menacingly. I can find it. There it is. Trying to intimidate him. That is a crit failure. You know what? I am scared of them. And then he is just going to zap some more lightning. Unfortunately, I can only hit one of them. Yep, I'm too far and I cannot move. So just the front one. For some more electric arcing.
Alright. Fails.
Failure. Takes 5 lightning.
He takes it.
Wonderful. That'll be Dax's turn.
I have a sword. And here is a monkey.
That'll do. That will also do nicely. Almost bringing it down. Not quite.
Sadly, I missed with my second attack. So be it. Third attack's not really worth it, so I will re-shield.
Alright. It is this one. He's in a tricky spot. He just got hit by Lux, so it makes the most sense that he would attack Lux right now. Wow. Alright. Okay. It might as well die.
My shield saved me. Oh, so it now does die from the acid damage.
It does now die from the acid damage. Acid damage, that is.
As it melts.
True.
Oh. Wow, I just realized how brutal it is fighting Alicia.
Just horrific melting monkey screams.
Just disintegrates into a puddle at Lux's feet.
Oh my god. I guess I'll put on my notes that's only 2 chakras to dissect.
Laurentius. Oh, okay. Aha!
Reduced by 4.
Oh.
Lux just exists to dash on the GM's fun.
Yeah, it's like the monkeys are like, haha, oh.
They try
Alright.
attacking and just divine barrier. It's like,
Yeah,
no.
they just get cock blocked.
Saying that it's not necessary for our bomb anymore, we'll just draw her gun and then attempt to shoot it once again. Not minus 32, just 3. And I
Quite.
continue to fail.
You've not had a good run with this gun of yours.
Alicia,
No.
why do you keep shooting the furniture?
You know, she's still got some kinks to work out, and she's realizing, she needs to add something like a tripod.
Use the scythe.
A reload, and that's pretty much her turn.
Well, monkey. Power sack. It is again.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Say your prayers, monkey.
Bye, monkey.
Good night, sweet monkey. Oh, and that's just the normal damage, so you've just done 44 damage?
Yeah, because you didn't roll crit, you rolled
Yeah.
normal. So it's 44.
Yes.
To a monkey with a max hit points of 18. You killed it so much.
That's
like
technically...
describe to us how Laurentius kills this monkey twice and more over.
Oh, that's death by massive damage.
Yeah, Laurentius just spins towards this monkey as it comes, and the axe just cleans to its kidney and digs into its spine through that way, almost cutting it half. And then just Laurentius like whips the axe to the ground, cutting the body loose. Yeah, that's how he does it. Just full-on power spin, the kidney and the spine. Or the spine. You get that.
Link would approve.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everything goes silent then.
I do legitimately wondering if I should be keeping a tally for how much damage have I reduced, but...
Honestly, it would be so high already.
Champions. Our DPS may not be the best, but oh boy. Protector, we are.
Yeah. I mean, Laurentius here brings the DPS, so
It's good.
should be good.
I will pick up my torch on the ground.
I guess Laurentius will do quick pickup if these monkeys have anything interesting.
If those monkeys had anything interesting, you say.
Meanwhile, I'll step around the pile of goop.
Sure. Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be anything of value in this room.
Yep, that's fine. Do you want to go front, Laura? Shall I head on?
That's kind of looks around. There's just nothing in here otherwise, though. I assume, GM?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
There's nothing else in this room, is there?
No, there is nothing.
I guess... I can lead on, or do we need to check this room first? I guess we should.
Yeah, we should.
You coming, Alicia?
Yes. Just trying to figure out how I did the torch thing.
You had to have the torch equipped,
Yes.
and then you'd be able to do it under your actions tab, the same place you do your attacks.
Yeah. Just trying to get it equipped. There we go. There we go. Right, I remember now. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Just noting that Dex is looking for traps.
Well, as Lux opens that door, he opens it onto the back of a boggart.
Oh,
Oh,
I can't see the boggart, but there it is.
And it notices you, to say the least.
Oh, hello there. Don't want to hear about the Mistress Paladin of the Omade, do you?
I have come to reach you
Doesn't
about my
seem to
religion.
understand you.
I can hope.
I remember rolling well to identify boggarts. Do I know what languages they would speak?
They speak boggart.
Of course.
I wish it was.
It's
I
a
wish I
it's a
had better
language which
answer
involves a
for
lot
you.
of like frotal noises.
Lots of like gurgling ribbits, effectively.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to pronounce if you don't have their anatomy.
Yes. So let's just check something. Yeah, okay. So one of the boggards, just out of sight of Lux, responds with a terrifying, throatal croaking like it's not really a cry, it's a croak. But it is so it's so darn impressive and terrifying that I need you all to roll DC 18 will save.
Okay.
terrifying croak.
Alicia's just irritated by the croak.
Yeah. So if you fail, which it does only look like Laurentius, you are frightened. The rest of you are immune for the next minute to any boggart croakage.
Also interesting to see like everyone's will saves there now. Interesting.
Yes, that is a very good point. Right. So, it will. As it's here, actually, it's quite perfect. Actually, can it see? It can't really see Lux to do that.
I may have
But
cover.
if he moves here, he does with a bit of cover, which is
I'll take the soft cover at least of +1. Nothing else.
yeah. So it opens its mouth slightly, and then suddenly its tongue lashes out, hitting.
Are we hit for 0?
Yes, it does hit for nothing, but you are now grabbed by the boggart.
No.
But unlike normal grab, the creature, you aren't immobilized. You just can't move further than the 10-foot reach of its tongue.
That does ruin my plan though.
Yeah. And that will end its turn. I can't really do much. Dax, frog people.
Yes, we're told about them. He's just gonna shoot down some good old lightning. That's a good cantrip.
It's an
Against
excellent.
the close one and the one right behind.
Do you have to see the targets to be able to?
I think Dex can see these two.
Yeah, no, I mean those two. There's another one just out of sight, but he's literally like he's 10 foot away from that last.
Okay, there you
And for my last action, Dax is gonna glare at the front one. He has a terrifying croak, but Dax has an ominous look, a knowing look. He knows what's gonna happen. Try to intimidate. That is terrible. Okay. Well, I tried.
I shall take a 5-foot step here and then lunge at this Bogart warrior.
Very glad you picked up that feat now.
Why does it show it? No, it has some lag. But it gives me extra feet, 5 feet of reach.
Yep.
To hit it.
It can only be a normal strike, it can't be a power attack, but
Yep. Sad.
you can do it again.
No, it's a part of my flourish, so I can do only one of.
Does it? Is it a flourish? It doesn't say so.
I think it's flourish.
It doesn't have the flourish trait there.
I guess it's not flourish. I just think
No, it doesn't have the flourish trait, so
yeah, it's not flourish.
you can lunge as much as you want to.
I could. I don't know if I will hit. Might as well. Ah. 9 worth of damage. As long as this
Alright.
poke so relaxed. And that is end of my turn.
All right. Another Bogard steps forward, and with his club will hopefully club Lux. He does not.
Oh, is this frightened only worth a turn?
Unless otherwise specified, it should reduce at the end of each turn.
Yeah, it doesn't say otherwise, so it is reduced by 1. So yeah, it'll
Yep,
be gone.
just gone. Okay, thanks.
And then he tries again because why not? And then doesn't manage to do much. I actually got those two mixed around apparently, but whatever. They would have done the same thing. Because it can. Lux is the only one within grab distance.
I'm gonna go ahead and shield block that.
And it will club at him again.
Well, let me hit damage for some reason. That's weird. I have to do it manually. There we go. Anything else from the Bogarts?
Not this one, no.
I have to say, kind of rude. Well, I'm going to go ahead and strike at the one in front of me, I guess. Can't really do much while I get against the one in the back right now. Well, I could, actually, but... Focus fire.
You could also attempt to cut the tongue. It is directly connected to you.
That's
you know.
true. Sure, I will slice at the tongue of the one attached to me.
Alright, give me a roll. That very much hits.
Do you want the damage, I presume?
Yes. That is enough to sever it, although it doesn't deal damage to the boggart itself. Its tongue sort of hangs uselessly.
There, I will lose that. I will then take my last action to re-shield.
All right, Alicia, slow to realize that, and then realizing it's Bogarts is slow to want to react. And she will start moving here so she can get a clear line of sight. And then once again, drop the torch. And attempt to shoot. Let's see. Yeah, let's just shoot the one in the front. See if we can clear the way. That it does have soft cover. So -3. And yeah. Haha, crit!
Ooh, hey.
That is rude. That's not quite right.
You need to actually press the critical damage, not your normal damage.
I did.
Yeah,
Oh, you did.
So it is a fatal. So it increases
Your weapon's
to
not programmed.
D12.
Your weapon's not programmed in as fatal.
Yeah, I don't know why. I dragged it straight from the compendium.
It's not set up as fatal.
There we go. Is that on it? No. For some reason, it did. Is it because I have it popped out? It probably is because I
Yeah,
have
sometimes
it
when
popped
it's
out.
popped out, you can't edit stuff.
Yeah, I will fix that. D12. There we go. I will attempt to press this again. See if it fixed it. Yes, it seemed.
Yeah.
No, it did not. It's still a D8.
It should just be the normal fatal, I think, not the fatal aim, I think.
Oh, well, that's probably why I didn't. Fatal D12. There we go. A shame, because that was a great roll. There we go.
There you go, that's your D12 you were looking for.
Yes. As propping the gun on Laurentius, and actually hitting her target. That is 21 damage to this front Bogart.
Well, that from boggart is going to feel it.
As Laurentius has probably gone slightly deaf as she is shooting over his shoulder. And then, yeah, that is my turn.
He should take it by the great shot.
Yeah.
Notice the difference.
As it stands, Alicia, you might also want to make sure your other traits are on there, like concussive and kickback are attached
Yeah,
to the
I
weapon.
will start fiddling with it.
Okay.
Alright. This boggart will come over. Actually, no, it won't. It's too crowded. It's instead going to throw a javelin at Lux, because, I mean, he just did cut his tongue.
Ow. I mean, that's rude. Where do my health go? 1 second. I think... how much health am I up for? That was right. I think that's right. cleared my entire health bar. Which is,
Not ideal. And then it will throw another at Lux. Amazingly.
soft cover
Still-
means that won't be a miss.
That is true. I did not account soft cover. So we go on to Dax.
Yes, Dax has another exciting turn in front of him, which will be the same thing.
Finish
Uh,
him.
Which two?
Electric arc against the front one and the one he targeted before, which is this guy.
Alright.
Dax's electric boogaloo.
Yes, that's not what I like to see.
That's not
No.
ideal for Dax.
One of them takes nothing.
Yeah, the one takes nothing, the other takes half, which I guess is 2.
Alright, so the
That
back
is-
one doesn't take anything, the front one takes 2.
See, there's no tongue to conduct down now.
And then
Oh wow.
Dex will glare against this guy, because
Alright.
he'll be next. No. Oh, I had the wrong one targeted, but still.
Yeah,
I assume they have the same.
Yeah, they have the same will DC.
Alright. Well, I've got a 50-50 to make them frightened a bit. But so far, my track record is not great.
I shall lunge once more for this warrior.
Bad day to be a Bogart.
Yeah, that's a Bogart in front of you.
Yeah, that is a dead Bogard.
Can I lunge this guy with cover?
From there, I mean, we're talking.
I can see that technically it's within my lunge reach.
I
but
think
I
we're
would expect
talking
him.
significant cover. Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
probably just move through Lux and get up in there.
You only made one attack, yeah. You could move and strike if you wanted to.
I could. But then I will be taking the damage, I guess.
I can always protect you, though.
Sure, we know how this goes. Yeah, I shall move here. And
Oh,
attack
that's
this
an
guy.
interesting effect.
Laurentius the skull.
Yes.
Let's pull the Bogard off of you.
And that is end of my turn.
That's the dead one.
Alright, that is the dead Bogard. And onto this Bogard, a new challenger has come forward. Such a challenger would get clubbed in the face. Exceedingly well, apparently.
You have. Please reduce that by 4. That's 7 damage. I will then take a retributive strike, please.
Alright.
Dang it.
That hammer just comes to Laurentius' face. Nose bleeding.
And then it will whack him again. Miss. And it is not pointless to try the third. Because it can do that!
I need to
Another
up-
shot in the
Oh.
face.
Oh,
God!
gosh.
There goes Laurentius. Oh, that is great. Down Laurentius goes.
Gosh.
Yeah, I'm
Lux's turn.
zero.
Oh, the nat 20 on the on the third attack.
It really did mash into my face. Just.
Right. Laurentius, so are you just dying now?
I'm at 0.
-1 actually.
Yeah.
You would be dying then.
Yes.
Now let me add the condition.
Which I have to admit, pretty unfortunate. Do not approve.
Now I'm dying.
Trying to contemplate what to do here now. Poor Laurentius. I will strike at the one besides me here.
I will be right back just a second. Sorry to do this.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Laurentius. I'm not happy that Laurentius is down.
No, no. The healing hands charge.
I do, but I'm worried if I just wake Laurentius up, he's going to immediately put back down again.
Yeah. Yeah.
A fair concern. I don't think Laurentius wants to be ping-ponged into dying too. Actually, he went down to a crit. He already Laurentius would already be at dying too.
Oh yeah, he would be.
Oh, that was a crit attack.
Yeah, he went down from a crit, so he'd already be at dying too now.
So probably picking him up is actually a good idea.
He doesn't die till dying 4, but...
I mean...
I mean, a crit fail on his recovery roll
would kill him.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
And seeing how the dice have been lately.
Don't now jinx it.
Well, I'm trying to say take the dice out of the equation.
I mean, there's no taking dice out of the equation.
Laurentius, I'm sorry. This is going to be very bad for you, but...
Strikes down the sword.
With heavenly
Again,
grace.
the ping pong.
Don't take damage, take the healing. And don't worry, if you go down to a crit now, you'll only be at dying 3!
Oh, did the dying tabs stay there?
So what happens is, when you recover from dying, you gain a wounded, and next time you go unconscious again, you gain all your woundeds back as dying.
Oh, okay, so he would just go immediately to 2.
Yeah, so he'll immediately jump to 2 or 3 if he gets crit.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
So even knocking him down to 0 is...
Yeah, it's supposed to be a mechanic to stop people being ping-ponged. Like, no, it turns out if you keep beating a dude into the ground, even if they're being healed, they're going to die.
Depends on the healing, but yes, I agree.
Guess we wait for Halldamir now.
You can end your turn and...
I mean, I can, but it's just Alicia can't do anything. Well,
what?
not anything attacking-wise, at least.
Yeah, let's just do that. Draw that. And then attempt to throw it at it.
You wouldn't need to draw your gun again. You'd be releasing your gun, not drawing it.
I want to keep it on one hand, so I have to press.
Should just be like a change grip button, shouldn't it?
Nope.
It's supposed to be a change grip
Well,
button.
it is. That is the train grip.
Okay, because it said interact to draw, which is different. Oh, it's odd. Fair enough.
I just use the button that's offered.
Fair enough. It's just acting differently than it did last session.
Right.
Because it's not an action to let go of the gun; it's an action to pick it up again.
Oh, so close. So close. And then we'll now wait for Halldamir. I guess I can roll the damage. So that is 5 damage to it.
Thankfully, you are bomber.
Yep.
So I assume you're going to
So-
exclude that splash damage.
Yes, I will. I just didn't say it because Halldamir's not here yet.
You're not going to be mean and send Laurentius back under the grave again.
I mean, I could. But no. But it is flat-footed now.
That's good.
As Alicia's very irritated having to deal with ball guards.
I think Laurentius is irritated about having to do with Bogarts.
Laurentius is too focused on
Staying alive.
staying alive or not vomiting or, getting the bleeding of his face down as he's in the ground.
Mm.
Because
I love the fact that my first gunshot that I actually crit it is against a Bogart. So fitting for Alicia's irritation of dealing with these.
If you say so. Laurentius
Uh,
will be also irritated soon whenever he's done with them. God damn it. Mace to their face twice.
how many potions do I have on me again?
I have only one.
Yes, I only have the one.
And the save also was not 20. I did check that.
Was it?
Yeah, it was for the Bogart.
I'm fairly sure it wasn't.
Nope.
Yeah, but Bogart's save was crit success. Oh no, it was. Oh yeah, it was by 20. Yep, you're right. Okay. I just misread both of those. Okay. We're at 22 then.
This is a very crit happy session.
If you say
At
so.
least it's not even.
Yeah.
Somehow I feel the society check does not balance out the critical hit to Laurentius' head though.
It is his misfortune. Just playing it out.
I like to think it's just his curse.
Yeah, it is his curse. Just. When he takes the lead, he's gonna take some damage. Thankfully, I have toughness, so I shouldn't die so easily because I have better rolls in that saves. A little bit.
Hopefully we don't have to test it though.
Hopefully, I don't have to test it. I would be sad if I have to make another character.
Because I already used the desperate. I'm pretty sure I already used my desperate prayer earlier when we were dealing with the mess down south.
Yes.
Yeah.
hell
Which
around
means I
once.
don't have another healing spell now.
No.
I can't pull an extra one out of my pocket. So.
Yeah, I only have one potion with me, so it's something.
I do have an additional potion too.
But it's not gonna save me from dying or wounded.
Good news, Laurentius I don't think has been battle medicine yet by Dax.
Yeah, that's my plan. Although I can't exactly rush in there. If they have an attack opportunity and they crit, they can instantly kill me. Not put me unconscious, instantly kill.
What's the chance that they have attack opportunity?
You
They
could
are
always
warriors.
go all the way
They
around.
might have it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry about that, guys.
just go like
So,
down and then around. Yeah.
So, obviously, I missed the Bogard. I healed Laurentius with my last healing spell because we realised he was at dying too because he got crit downed.
Oh yeah, he got crit down. That's right.
So now instead he's just on wounded 1. I have now shielded. I've raised my shield, and Alicia has thrown a bomb.
Alicia's thrown a bomb and hit.
Yep.
That
is
and
4
the far one
damage.
was
No
the
splash
target.
damage.
No
Yes.
splash. Okay.
Yeah. So only him.
Just a direct 4.
And he is
electric-
flat-footed.
Okay. and he's flat-footed.
Turns out he just get tased by a glass jar.
As electricity will arc all over his body as the bottled lightning finally escapes its container. And that would be my turn.
All right. It is this one. Boggards aren't too concerned about wounded creatures.
He's on the floor still. He's still like.
Yeah, they're not too concerned about the wounded. They are mildly experienced, as it turns out. So he'll move up and attack Lux. Missing and missing. Dax.
Dax will contemplate how much he needs to get in there and
I mean,
save
you could delay
Laurentius.
after me. You could actually delay after me. Can I, just a
Yes.
question. Does step trigger?
Step expressly never triggers reactions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Step is
Then you can-
specifically to not trigger them.
Alright, Dex will delay after Laurentius.
Okay. Laurentius.
I will stand up and step twice to get here. And that is my turn.
Okay.
We're stopping
Then
it.
Dex will attempt to fix you up. Some battle medicine if my macro works. Hello? Oh, I pressed it like 7 times now. Great.
Oh, no.
Let me
It
press
might
it
just be
once
the
again.
server being a bit slow.
That's a crit.
Ooh, crit!
That's a crit. That's very good.
The target regains 18 hit points.
Wonderful.
Now,
That is.
get back in there, big guy. Your sword is pointier than their clubs. I'm
Also,
sure.
Sheep, congratulations on your second natural 20.
Yeah, I actually rolled dice that rolled well. Look at that.
Out of 20,
And
out of 23 crits, you have 2.
Gosh.
And then after hatching up Laurentius, he's gonna shoot more lightning. I can only see the one up top, unfortunately. So it'll only be this guy.
All right.
You're just a walking Tesla coil.
Crit success. All right,
Crit
I'm gonna roll
success.
damage just because. Okay, but he takes none. Still okay. Turn. All 20s.
I mean, yeah, we saved Laurentius, so.
Okay. With Laurentius safe. Hmm. Yeah, this Boggard's just gonna try and club Lux.
No.
Keep on clubbing.
He kept on clubbing. 8 damage.
I'm going to shield block that down to 3. My shield is now very hurt. As am I, but you know.
Alright. And we'll go to Lux.
Owie. Gonna go ahead and swing at the injured one.
The flat-footed one?
Yep.
Okay. Hooray!
Fortunate.
Sadly, I cannot re-roll damage with a hero point. So
No. No, unfortunately. But hey, I'm
Then-
glad the flat-footed helped.
I am then going to take a step action myself. I think
Oh my.
we have a choke point.
I feel like that's just gonna make them come all the way from the bottom.
You're promoting Dex to frontline.
Yeah. But hey,
And I will reshield.
She'll take a step here to get. No, she can't really see.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just ready an action or something.
Yeah, I think I will just ready a shot.
Shoot the first thing that moves.
No, let's make it only buggarts.
Fair.
let's be a little bit more specific. I will change it to a 2-hand grip so I can shoot and then ready in action to shoot a buggart when that becomes seeable.
All right. Well, seeable it shall become.
As it just got stabbed in the face.
It is no longer flat-footed.
Okie doke. It is no longer.
Why is it not adding the one I want?
So the boggart is now faced with the difficult decision to attack either two heavily armed big guys with large weapons or a scrawny kobold just standing there.
Yeah, admittedly, the two armored people have one just critted him, the other one's has a massive axe.
True.
Okay, we'll just have to. For some reason, it's not allowing me to add the -1 to it. So, well, that's okay. That doesn't hit anyways. But for some reason, it will not let me add my circumstances.
Though, as far as Pathfinder 2nd Edition is concerned, attacking around corners actually gives cover. For center to center, go through terrain. Although
Which this would. I think.
No, I specifically waited until they were seeable.
Yes. Yeah. No, you did wait until they were
Yeah.
perfectly visible.
But soft cover because I'm shooting through Laurentius.
Yeah, but technically the point is the +1 to their AC, which is why it's not. You shouldn't really be adding it that way, but.
Okay. Well.
But either way,
Yes.
the boggart is here, and it does have a toss-up. It is going to go for Dax though. It is a warrior. It knows what it's doing. But it will have a -2 to its attack because you are around a corner, and that's what cover gives.
Oh, goodbye, cruel world.
No, you said -2 on that, didn't you?
There is a -2 on that.
That's a 15.
Oh, wait.
It doesn't show.
I did
-2.
put -2,
Okay.
so no, it wouldn't have hit.
Oh, that would be exactly
Yeah,
miss then.
so its previous attack
Exactly
was
a
+10,
miss.
so yeah, that's miss.
Yeah. Lucky Dax.
For this attack, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the second attack, it's faced with 3 potential targets. One that has actively hurt it. It swung and missed the kobold, so the kobold must be difficult to hit.
Of course.
So we'll do the same. It will attack Lux, for he was the one that last hurt him.
Let me add another 20 to the system.
I feel bad, honestly. I feel bad.
These goddamn boggarts.
These
Oh,
boggards.
boy.
The end.
Good thing you're keeping your shield up.
Yeah, one moment. 24 20s, by the way. So I have to shield block this,
Yes.
which does two
Yes, you-
things.
Mhm.
First thing, I go down to 3 hit.
Yep.
Second thing, my shield shatters
Oh,
Yes.
does it?
as my
Oh.
shield now hits 0 until
Oh,
repaired.
I don't think I can repair the shattered item.
Of course, that also means I lose shield bonus because my shield is now destroyed.
Means you can two-hand without feeling bad.
Oh, good. I mean, that shield saved my life.
It did. It did. And Dax can promote himself out of the front lines.
Anything else from the Boggart? I bet if that's all its actions is it moved and strike.
Yeah, it is all its actions, so it's on to Laurentius.
But hey, power attack is back on the menu.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I might as well power sack it. Oh, that's not a crit damage.
Sheesh.
It is a crit.
No, he didn't roll crit
Yeah,
damage, so it's double what he rolled.
Yeah, 32 damage. Just
Yeah, it's 32. Oh my god. Bye bye, Buggard. You had a good run.
Fucking rocket tag. What is this?
And we're having a race to the bottom. Pointless.
Alright, that will take a chunk out of it. And,
It's not
Is
dead.
that even remember because he didn't roll double? He didn't roll the crit, so that's double.
Oh, he didn't hit. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Then it's very dead.
Yep.
As it dies, I believe that Alicia and Dax would be surprised to hear the other Boggart actually curse in Draconic as it realizes it's alone in this fight. Alicia will know that normally their languages are only Boggart, but as Draconic seemed to have been also the language that the
Good to know.
monkeys also spoke.
Okay. If they speak Draconic, Laurentius will then say them with Draconic, surrender or I will hack you down. I don't know.
Alicia disapproves of this action.
Sounds like an intimidation action.
It does, yeah, absolutely. Show me what you're working with.
Hmm.
Let me see.
Laurentius is not the most charismatic.
No, but that's fine. I'll check.
This situation might add some circumstance bonus to it.
It does absolutely. And as you've killed 2, and that, yeah, that would bring the DC down to 12. So you just about make it. It will drop its club.
Great.
Putting its little hands up in the universal, like the symbol of surrender.
Laurentius, moves to kick the club away. And I guess then takes like a rope to tie their hands in the front.
Mm-hmm. It will go down.
Yeah. So let's just bring it out. Do you need it anywhere? Laurentius say in Draconic.
Bring what out?
The Boggart.
Yes, bring him away from the door. There's gonna be more than here. We haven't found their leader yet. Surely they have one.
I mean, you can question him. Laurentius brings him here.
Oh, I will. Come over here, Boggart.
Alicia will make it a point to stay about 10 feet away from it at all times.
Dex is gonna be in this guy's face. He is small, but that doesn't matter if you're straight in front of him while he's bound and sitting on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he'll say, "What, in Draconic, are you doing here? You and your people."
It will look back at Dax and say, in a very throaty voice, we invade your lands, we dig into your homes, we destroy you all. And when Malarank unleashes Dahak, glorious, glorious Dahak, you cannot stop the Cinderclaw.
What was that name, Halldamir?
Which name?
No, I know that one.
Oh, okay.
The other one.
The other one. Da, 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 da. That one.
Malrock.
And where's this Malarunk now?
He shakes his head. I do not know where the Great One is. Opening more gates for our glorious invasion of all lands.
What is he? You call him Great One. Is he a dragon?
Malarank, he nods and says, Malarank is great dragon. Brings fire and devastation like Dahak will.
Of course he does. How about your friends here? How many are there left? And who's your leader?
He frowns and says, there are many of us. Our
Here in
leader-
this crypt, at this very moment I'm talking about.
He frowns. Says, there were some here, and us, and a few others. He sort of give me like a perception check as you're closely watching him.
7.
He's looking straight into your eyes. Says that the big boss is not here. He goes to the gate. The guard gate.
What were you here to invade? You're in a damp old destroyed crypt. I don't think you intended to invade a goblin lair. And the town is far away. So why this place?
Alicia will pipe up, perhaps because of the elf gate.
I want him to tell me things. Don't.
Alicia says, whatever gets rid of it faster.
Fine.
It says we were digging tunnel here to town to dig up into the homes and to take.
How? That's a lot of digging. It's like an hour walk.
He nods.
I mean, who am I to judge you for your choices? Obviously, you've made plenty of other really bad ones. Do any of you others have any questions for this guy? He is keeping his end of the bargain.
I got really nothing.
Alicia's pointedly ignoring the Bogart as much as possible.
Very well then. You will stay bound. You will not attempt to escape. And when we're all done with this place, and you're still here, and show no sign of resisting, then we will let you go. But if you attempt to escape, or even alert your fellow cultists, then I will destroy you.
Halldamir, The armorer, I've forgotten his name because keep forgetting to put his name down.
Alak.
Alec. She's going to you know, stride up to Alec and whisper, probably in Infernal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose you could remove it.
He raises a brow. In what sense do you mean remove?
A permanent, please.
Alak seems to consider.
I will attempt to roll diplomacy
Go for it.
to see if I can convince him.
That is a very good diplomacy roll.
And
He will.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a. He's clearly conflicted.
Mm-hmm.
He looks to Alicia and says, "While you have been good to me and mine, you ask a lot of me, Alicia. You ask me to execute a prisoner that has not strictly broken law. He is here, yes, supposedly to invade, but so far he has invaded a goblin encampment which was unlawfully squatting here.
What about the activation of an elf gate?
There are no laws prohibiting it,
Hmm.
as no one has done it in thousands of years. There is no law prohibiting gates being used. Teleportation magic is very much legal. There's no reason why it would not be.
Mm-hmm. She will let's say, if it is uncomfortable, I suppose I will not. I will retract uh, my request.
Lux has no idea what's being said because they're suspicious look in that direction anyway.
You will retract or will not retract? Sorry,
Will retract.
will. Okay, then he will bow his head and say thank you for not putting me in a difficult position.
Yeah, she has a slight disappointed or resigned look upon her face as having to deal with the Bogart.
Laurentius will tie this Bogart, to one of the chairs, and then leave like a water bottle of alcohol and like a radish, some food,
Mhm.
just in case.
We could always just hand it over to the kobolds to watch over.
That is a good idea. It's a very good idea.
And
They need to do something useful.
I don't think leaving it up here is a good idea. We might have to pull out for a bit.
Yeah, Alicia will look at
We shall
Lux
bring
and then
send to the kobolds. Take the beer, take the food.
say, I don't think I can repair your shield again. But
Given
she looks.
Lux looks down, he's basically holding a handle, and there's shattered wood and bent metal on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we might want to retreat for a little while. I don't think these cultists will leave anywhere if they're protecting the gate while their leader is not here. We can tell the kobolds to follow us outside. Maybe they can join the goblins for a little while. They had an agreement before that they stay out of each other's way. Maybe they can have an agreement to actually assist one another in reclaiming this place at some point. And then we'll give the bugger to the goblins. to watch over while we are not quite done dealing with this place yet.
Sounds like a plan.
But Lux has seen better days and needs to rest, and I feel my magic running out at an alarming rate.
Conversely, Alicia is decently fine to continue going.
Laurentius wouldn't mind resting. But he's not gonna say it.
But
Well,
perhaps we should
Alicia,
not ponder these things while in this very room with doors that might.
no, I imagine we're on our way to the kobolds at this point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
We'll do a strategic retreat.
A strategic retreat. All right.
Look, my 3 hit points and lack of shield is now worrying.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
What skill would it be to set up a trap?
There's specific feats, I believe, or if you have one.
Yeah,
No.
it's not a skill. You basically buy a snare kit of a
Yeah.
specific flavor, and then you spend a minute to set that up. No skill.
Obviously,
required.
you could craft
Yeah.
those, but they take pre-prep to craft a trap. So-
Yeah, they
Yes.
would take crafting to craft.
Okay.
You actually have to have the.
You gotta have the
snare
supplies for a
itself.
trap on your hands already.
Yeah.
I will keep that in mind for later.
Do we just hand wave definitely move up and do these things, or
Yes, that is fine. You are free to retreat.
bring the Bogart, bring the kobolds and the goblins together?
I mean, approaching the kobolds, Dax will basically borderline imperiously like order them around. Kobolds understand authority, and Dax is feeling very authoritative right now.
Yeah. I mean, the kobolds will react just fine to that. They will listen to Dax quite readily, actually. What is it
Alicia
that
will-
Dax wanted to do specifically?
He
tell
wants
them to
to tell the kobolds to retreat from here for the time being while it's not safe. That is something he's handling. But in return, they need to work together with the goblins. Basically, camp up with them for now. And just, stick around, basically.
Keep an eye out for trouble.
Yeah, and that. He's really not asking for much. Just go to the goblins, be there, don't eat any of them, don't get eaten. You'll manage.
They will ask, will they have food that
Yes.
we could have?
Yes.
Alicia will.
And they nod and they
Well,
nod and say, yes, we will go then.
Great.
I don't imagine they've been eating
It
too
seems
much
they're
down here.
quite- Yeah, it seems that they are quite hungry.
Well, there's like 2 turtles and a lizard cut up to pieces up there. So hang to dry. So perhaps
I'm sure the goblins will enjoy the feast as will the kobolds.
mhm. Alicia will try to treat Luck's wounds. Don't believe that's a
Oh,
No,
success.
and I'm not going to let you try again after.
No.
Dex will try though. But not with battle medicine, but it's the same roll. That is a success. That is.
Just.
You'll
2d8.
spend an hour, I'm sure. I mean, we're basically doing downtime now, right?
Mhm.
How much do you need for the shield? Like,
Which means you will gain 18 hit points.
I guess I could look for.
Actually, while treating Lex, Lex would like to pick up a previous conversation. as he'll say. So you sort of implied that you would like me to help you with your outbursts and guide you and all that. And quite frankly, I was hesitant because I didn't really get taught either. So I don't really know how I would teach you. But I could certainly try.
I appreciate that. Lux winces a little bit. She'll kind of do one of the bandages, but nods. I mean, if nothing else, like, I got some power here. Like, how did you make... You made, like, Laurentius' sword and my shield start glowing. How do you do that?
Oh, it's quite easy. You just... Well, I just do it, basically.
Just do it? Like, how do you know what words to say and, like, what motions to do?
I haven't really thought about that. It's more like, why don't you know the right words? You know, maybe I need to look into how this whole thing actually works before I can really help you out.
Does it, like, feel a certain way when you do it? Like, I feel, like, really hot when I end up, like, making fire before. I don't know. Is there a feeling to, like, light?
It's more like I envision a thing that I want to happen, and then I instinctively know whether I can probably do that or not. Which, coincidentally, is also a source of great, what's the best word? Embarrassment? Because
Huh?
I can't produce fire, which is ironic, considering my patron very much enjoys that element.
But you make thunder.
Yes, but it's useful, but it's not nearly as good. Maybe I'm just hesitant making fire, considering, nightmares and all, and now we've apparently just learned that there's an active plot going on to free the Hag, which I hope is an exaggeration and just some mad plot that every cult has in some way. Surely they're not actually making progress.
Progress or not, we should probably make sure that anything they do doesn't succeed.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
There wasn't a whole lot on the whole, the Huck and Dragon War stuff in the temple, but there's enough that... Let's not deal with that. Like, sounds a little nervous as he kind of recalls the few, like, murals he remembers seeing.
How much is that? So, you know what? I mostly know that he is very bad news. Other than my patron, of course, I follow the teachings of the Wayfinder, Apsu, who is, how do I put this? Very, very much opposed to the Hag accomplishing anything, because he is evil.
I don't really know much about him other than, I've always seen him depicted as, like, a silvery dragon.
Yeah, probably, might be. I mean, gods, am I right?
Yeah, what do they look like sometimes? We just see lots of art of them. Not much else. And thanks for patching me up, by the way.
Oh, no issue. I need you to stand in front and get hit a lot, so I know.
I get that.
Alright.
as kind of the hour will pass, I suppose, I will be able to heal myself and
I will not make him
Laurentius.
down, so I will buy it from the goblins. Fair price.
Yeah, that's fine.
In the hour, Laurentius has negotiated with the goblins to buy a steel shield and gives that to Lux.
Let me add back my steel shield again. As Lux will look very surprised. Oh.
You're gonna need it.
I mean, yeah, I just didn't expect. Lux kind of bows his head slightly. Thank you, Laurentius.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Hold still. As like Lux will reach out and with a healing glow, since we are taking like a whole hour anyway, or more. Laurentius is gonna have his wounds magically closed up.
Sure.
We've got enough healing in the stockpile that anyone who's missing hit points we can probably fill the rest of in this time. Because Dax already covered my main chunk.
Do I just then heal the full?
Yeah, you can heal up to full. I've got enough hit points left over.
Not that healful.
Given you just bought this off the goblins, now I'm just imagining a shield that's like covered in goblin graffiti.
No, it's actually a fresh shield that's they've recently bought now that they've gotten out from their predicament. They went to town and with the help of their cousin bought some supplies
Oh, how
while they
wonderful.
wait for you
Suppose
to
I
clear out the crypts.
Purchase a snare kit for them instead of going to town myself. So that feels like that sounds like something goblins would definitely get.
Yes, you can get, but for full price they don't offer you the 5% discount.
I mean, maybe you could even get kobold traps from the kobolds.
The kobolds don't have kobold trap.
Oh,
No.
If anything, they have not been to town
They
yet.
they are actually
that would be
mages, so don't use traps.
Dax's
They're normal rubbish.
mage core is already starting.
Oh boy, that's just feed that ego, huh? What it is a 2-hour round trip to get to town, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that fine for everybody?
I mean, if you want
Or
to
are
go
we
there,
gonna
but
rest for the day anyways?
No, I think we're gonna rest for the day.
All right. In that case, yeah, she will take the round trip and get a snare kit, and then return to the tunnels and attempt to rig up some bombs.
Some bombs. Okay.
Yeah, she's going to try to instead of like a snare, she's going to try to trigger attach to her bombs that she has left over. Seeing as we already took the kobolds out, anybody that's still here is presumably hostile. So
Doing a
she wants
makeshift
to,
trap then.
yeah, she wants to use her leftover bombs and just set a trap.
Using the snare kit, huh?
Yeah,
Gives the ability to
It's-
create snares.
Yeah, it gives you the ability to create snares, not
I mean,
the actual snares themselves.
as it stands, it's up to you as you want. If you want to say she can make it a makeshift one or not, but
yeah.
obviously she won't have any of the proper recipes for any of the proper ones.
No, and yeah, you could. I mean, it depends how long she's willing to spend on it. So you effectively, by the time you get back, you're eking up on 11 o'clock in the morning. You've not been gone for too long,
Mhm.
really, in the day. You could spend the next couple of hours rigging the entrance.
She's going to try to make sure she doesn't, collapse the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, yeah, she will ask for Lux to accompany her, or Alec, one of the two.
Alec will refuse to go into town.
Okay. Well, not to town, but to the tunnel.
But she just wants an escort while she's setting up traps.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
fine. He doesn't mind doing that.
I imagine
he'll
that's something he
let-
will enjoy.
Yeah, he'll let Lux rest.
All right, great. Yeah, I don't know how you want me to do it. Just give you a crafting check.
You can give me one if you want to be quick about it. To
No.
get it done within a time frame, but otherwise, they're pretty. You're making a pretty rudimentary one.
Yeah, I just need something to tug and then drop the bombs and activate.
Yeah, then I don't think you're spending enough time on it. A
Yeah.
rudimentary one will be fine.
Okay. I will just tell you, I have 2 alchemist fires, a bottled lightning, and an acid flask still left.
Okay, all right. So what is it? Is what exactly is it that you put onto this trap?
I think acid flask would just interfere with the fire, but the fire and lightning can work together. So
Are those like your free ones, or ones you've just
yes, the free ones.
properly crafted?
They only
Basically, they're all gonna expire tomorrow morning anyway.
yes,
Yeah.
in about 18 or 19 hours or so.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
They
saying. Yeah.
they will just no longer be effective. Which I imagine in those time frame that something will go through this tunnel. So yeah, so just the 3 bombs. She'll keep the acid flask for herself. But yeah, the bottle lightning and alchemist fire, I feel like those would work together.
All right.
So I will remove those.
Okay, you can spend the next couple of hours rigging those up.
Hmm.
With Alec being quite bored.
Of
Watching.
course. But you can imagine the traps going off on potential enemies.
Mm-hmm. Can appreciate the work.
Mhm.
What do the rest of you do while Alicia is rigging the tunnel?
Question. Definitely. How about Lux?
Obviously, Lux got himself pretty battered and beaten up to a degree. But after kind of being healed up, and given we're kind of taking a proper rest to give Dax a chance to recharge his magic, and also, just to be honest, Lux just needs a moment. I think Laurentius does as well. He's got the wounded condition, so him sleeping that off will be good as well. I think Lux will probably try to find somewhere just a bit more kind of towards the edge of town, actually, just to try and spend time trying to practice his newly found access to magic himself.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out how does Dax do a thing? What to do?
Did someone treat wounds on Laurentius?
Technically not.
No, so yeah, I guess he hasn't.
He still has the wounded condition right now.
Although he's restored to full hit points.
Yeah, if you restore to
And he's
full,
rested
the
for 10.
wounded condition disappears after 10
Oh, okay,
minutes.
then he's lost it anyway from when I healed him up.
Yep. It's Laurentius now.
Laurentius will just go day drinking. If he was just gonna be hanging out, he's just gonna go day drinking. I guess he hangs out at the castle for a moment and then see how things develop. Sipping his bottles. thinking on stuff. That's what he does.
All right. And Dax?
Dax might just explore the town a bit to see what it actually has to offer. He hoped that bookkeeper would be around. One, because she's very suspicious, and two, because books are a good source of information. Maybe there's something similar, like a library somewhere.
There is, in fact, a library in town. But yeah, the bookstore is unfortunately closed.
Yeah. I'm not yet tempted to break in.
In time.
But if there's a library in town, he might spend some time researching the Mwangi Expanse and maybe try to find any mention of that name he heard. If it's in fact a great dragon, there might be some history that is even known in these parts, but as unlikely as it is.
Yeah, unfortunately, the library is very much more centered around the town. It's to call it a library is a bit of a stretch, in fairness to my explanation as I checked my notes. It is a library and it is all things town history. It does have some notes on previous adventurers, notes on the Goblin Wars, because that did come through Iska and this area, as well as the presence of the Hell Knight Hill. Everything. The archives have a very formal and official feel.
Okay.
It is run by a lovely chief archivist, a half-orc librarian, who is very happy to assist in any way he can, if there's any records. But as for great dragons, there is one red in the area of southern Iska that is known of. But he's been dormant for the last 80 plus years, and his name is not Melorant.
Okay.
And has none of his pseudonyms are similar.
Then maybe there's any information how there might be an elf gate underneath the Hell Knight Keep, and also why did the Hell Knights leave? I'm still not. I guess officially they left because the area is civilized enough, but they seem to have left a lot of important shit behind.
They officially left because the area was considered tamed from the savagery, but they also had more pressing concerns.
Right,
in
yeah,
Sheliax
okay.
proper.
Yeah, as we discussed to agree, yeah, there was other shit going on.
Alicia
I don't
told you
know.
about the crusade.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Crusade. That makes sense. I don't know.
As for the elf gates, he and the archive seem to have no knowledge of.
Well, damn.
He will say that he's heard of such things existing, but if there is any in the area, he's never heard of.
All right. Well, then Dax will spend a fruitless afternoon researching, getting very little.
You will find many accounts pointing to the great pioneer that founded this great village. But,
Yeah, why did he settle here specifically anyways? Was it just a nice spot?
This was the spot where he effectively had an adventure, and this was an outpost once upon a time when he was here, in disarray, and he helped sort of settle it down, being a good philanthropic wizard. and has ensured that ensure like he put in the diplomatic council. There used to be 3 members of the council, but as the town has grown, it's gone to 5. He effectively just helped an outpost become a village, and he just liked it. He then went on to another adventure and was never seen again.
Wizards are never just philanthropic. That's not how they work. Clearly.
He
What the narrative says.
the half orc is very displeased with your
Cynicism.
your cynicism of his of a personal hero of his.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm also every night dreaming of terrible fire, and if there's one thing that goes together well, it's mysterious wizards and fire. I see conspiracies in every shadow these days.
He understands and accepts your apology. He's very light-hearted. He'll also introduce himself as Jor-El Blacktusk.
Suppose Dax will then spend the afternoon doing research leading to very little and having small talk with a very nice librarian Halfog.
I would like to expand Halldamir on my previous plan slightly.
Mm.
Because as I look, he's got a bit on the outskirts of town practicing his one cantrip he's got of producing flame.
Yes.
But he also promised that he would bring back food for the tavern.
Yes, he did.
So this seems like also a great time to perhaps try to use the cantrip to try and hunt deer or other game.
Perfect opportunity.
I'm not going to use my assurance here because Lux is obviously not using his normal methods. He is kind of, outside of his assured zone. I don't know if you want to set me a DC to see how much food I get or not. But
So what's your normal bonus to it?
so my normal bonus is +6. But I don't know how difficult the area is. However, around here for gathering food.
The area is quite a rich area.
So quite a low DC we're talking probably.
Yes, it's there's rich forests and woodlands. There's the mountains nearby that provide shelter. It's a abundantly rich area.
Okay. Yeah, it's mostly just seeing if I crit or not, which is that's the chance mostly here.
Yeah.
Or I nat 1, but we'll see. Okay, respectable. Probably not a crit though.
No, I mean,
It is fine.
if you were doing it yourself, possibly, like just your normal self, but as you're hunting using untrained means, or you're not as good with your cantrip than you are normally.
That's fine. It's not a crit. However, I do still have, because my abilities bring back 5 people's worth of food, or again, what I'm thinking is basically just a deer.
A deer you can easily bring back.
Which, congratulations, has been donated to the Wizard's Grace to pay for the table.
She will gladly make sure that her chefs make sure that they give you a bowl of a venison stew that they work on, which will probably be ready in the morning.
That's fine, but the point is, Lux pays his debts.
Yes. She appreciates it.
Beyond setting the trap for Alicia, she will remain at the keep. Ensure her lab has been looked after by the goblins that she paid.
Yep, they are looking after it. They're leaving it alone because it looks terribly complex.
Hmm. Not to mention potentially dangerous.
Yep, they're leaving it the hell alone.
I don't know if they've seen her blow stuff up, but
No, they haven't actually.
so.
Still gonna
But
leave it at the hell alone, yeah.
yeah, she's going to mess around with the bound doll and see what she can learn from it.
Okay.
Um,
Let's see. You could do a crafting roll then. I think that makes sense.
all right. I will re-roll that because
All
no.
Yep, that's
And
fair.
this way, I don't forget my hero point. So there we go. That is much
That's
better.
much better. All right. It would appear that they created a so effectively, while you're looking at it, there's quite a few little details that can sort of point you down the right track as you actually crit succeeded just like on the DC. DC was
Nice.
16, so you literally. So I can effectively tell you that this was created by a Hell Knight Signifer
Mhm.
who had grown effectively tired of it. The 2-foot tall soulbound doll was empowered by a fragment of a soul harvested from a bitter Order of the Nail Hell Knight who died of sepsis. It appears like a mini Hell Knight itself, as if it once served the Order of the Hell Knight Signifer that created it as a sort of lackey, like a familiar. But
So this sounds like necromancy, though.
in a sense, yeah. But when the Order moved to Varisia in Jediac, the creator was ordered to leave it behind, or destroy it. So it chose to leave it behind. It presumably wandered the halls, not knowing what to do, until it just settled itself in a room, alone, for years,
Okay.
discarded by its creator.
Well, what I'm about to do is just gonna make the story even sadder. As
Oh no!
as she finishes and records as much information, even with distaste of that seeing this as a result of necromancy, uh, as she doesn't usually deal with dead things, and she has no interest in dealing with dead things. She's more interested in the biology of living things, or once living things. And as she will take her remaining acid flask and melt it,
All right.
as seeing as it's been left behind and they were ordered to not let it leave. She assumes bringing it back to the order is not something they would approve of. So she will just
Yeah,
remove it
yeah.
entirely.
It's a fair assumption that they wouldn't want it.
So yeah, I will spend my last acid flask removing this thing,
From
kind of
existence.
slightly gleefully watching it melt. Turns out Alicia has a little bit of a grudge, as you know, she will intermittently speak with Silzar, watching it, and then as she was experimenting with it. Um, yeah, that's pretty much the rest of her day. Uh, she will have fed the rest of the remains as soon as she's done with the lizard and the turtles to the kobolds and the goblins at this point.
All right. They'll make a great meal out of it.
It's not probably as effective as butchering it, as she did examine it and for not the express purposes of eating it, but learning.
Yeah.
But there is still some.
All right. So that's Alicia, Lux, Dax, Laurentius. That's everyone for the day. All right. Let's skip time forward until the next day comes around. It's now very dark for you all. Well, apart from Dax. It's bright for Dax. Laurentius is fine this morning.
Yeah, surprisingly. I'm gonna refill some of my beers. Not that many.
Yeah, I think I'll actually prepare 4 healing potions. You know, seeing as she's figuring out that the front lines need a little bit extra of healing support. And figuring out combat bit by day, and prepare for a go, the anti-plague, and yeah, have a bunch of bombs now.
Lauren just wobbles to the castle, smelling very drunk, but not, looking very drunk. Very shepherd, very shaggy looking. The morning light.
All right.
In the morning, she will go and greet Alec and arrange for the goblins once more. She's not going to deal with the kobold. She feels that's a Dax affair. She will hand over another silver piece for them to look after her lab.
Sure, that's fine.
Just encourage, to look after it well.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, settle in, cleaning her tools and waiting and for the rest of the party to arrive. Probably hanging out or talking with Alec, maybe perhaps debating various laws.
He will very gladly debate those laws with you.
Keep herself up to date on new regulations that may or may not be put in place.
Everything new these days is very specific to each order's current situation. And Dax, Lux, you come in.
Yeah,
like
I assume in the morning, Dex
Yeah.
will get ready, and then we head out back to the first the castle, check up on the kobolds, see whether or not they are starting a war with the goblins. Although they're heavily outnumbered, I think they'll be fine. And then we'll go back to the crypt entrance and meet up somewhere.
Lux following along as well. And I think idly as we're kind of walking down the tunnel, Lux is going to kind of look to Dax a little bit. It's a very long tunnel to my sense. It's like nearly an hour worth of walking.
Before you get to the tunnel, Alicia will be sure to stop everyone and check on her trap. And she will use this handy dandy mage hand of the mage to, just trigger the trap if it hasn't been triggered.
It has not been triggered.
Okay. Yeah. So it probably just falls down inert at this point. Nod her head. A shame, but expected. And merely collect the materials.
All right.
But otherwise, let's Lux or Laurentius or Alec, whoever wants to lead.
I mean, it's probably Lux or Laurentius knowing this. Kind of head on
I
down the
can
tunnel.
take the lead. I can. My head is ready to be bashed again.
At least he's aware.
He's aware of his role in this whole situation.
Dax, could you give me a light again?
Yes, most certainly. Light. Let there be light.
And so the Dax spoke.
Alicia will once again lit the torch. Does everyone still have their sigil?
Yeah, it's on the axe.
It's on the axe. Okay.
The chance that Lux would actually have it, probably wouldn't have it on display now. It'd probably just be, in his pocket. But it's fine. Worst case, we pull it out.
As long as you have them.
This looks like some kind of camp.
Yes. As you're in there, if you guys, I'm going off at the same time you wanted to, the last day. And as you come in here, you can actually see two boggards, fast asleep in each of the tents.
Ooh. Who is stealthy among us? I have 7.
I have 1.
So not
So
you.
No.
I'm not the worst.
6.
Okay. Alicia is willing to sneak up and attempt to deal with the boggarts.
Unless you can take both of them out at once instantly, it does not seem to be a great idea to be next to them.
Do the tents look?
Removing
Do
one.
the tents look flammable?
Yes.
Removing one before it's a problem is worth the risk.
To you, but we could just have Laurentius scream really loudly to scare them, and then we take them out while they're confused.
I do like that idea.
I prefer to remove the problem entirely.
I can do that also.
You're a bit loud, looking at your armor and
That's not the tactic I'm going to use.
But if no one stops her, Alicia will immediately try to creep ahead.
I mean, you do you. I'm not gonna stop you.
Not going to
Okay.
exactly be able to help you if you end up getting punched in the face, though.
I will make this a blind GM roll, and you can tell me what happens, Halldamir.
Sure, go for it.
Because I'll tell you, my protection range does not reach that far, so you will be in trouble.
How far does it reach?
The enemy and you have both 15 feet, so there's no way I'll be able to protect you if you're out that far.
Ah. Hopefully, them
Alright,
being
as
asleep.
you get there, they wake up.
Oh, okay.
Or one of them wakes up
Oh.
and croaks loud enough that the other wakes up as well.
That's unfortunate.
Well, that's a nat 1 on my initiative. I'm not gonna be able to help you.
Just taking my jumper off.
What was my roll? Curiously.
Not a 20, I can tell you.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear that.
What was my roll? Just curious.
A 12.
Oh, okay.
Like a dirty
Yikes.
12, so it was not.
Yeah, no, that's no. I was hoping that them being asleep would help a lot.
Yeah, no. They wake up, but no surprise round on anybody's turn.
So,
Well, at least they have horrible initiative,
so they're still inside the tents.
so they would be prone.
Yes, they're still inside the tents. They are getting up. You didn't surprise them enough. If you had
Okay.
initiated something, then yes, they would be prone. But they have
Okay.
reacted.
All right.
It's thus
So much for torturing them
combat
in their
starts.
sleep.
Yeah.
She probably would not have had the torch out though if she was
Given the fact that I kind of got two people in this one, I'm going to go ahead and lob a bolt of fire at this one.
All right.
I might as well. What can go wrong? I know, famous last words, right? But
Alicia's about to have a bad day. Oh, it's an attack? Oh.
if it was still flat-footed, I would have, you know.
I'm considering if they would be considered flat-footed. Definitely not
Roll it.
prone.
Roll a d20.
I don't know if the roll if they haven't acted their turn thing is still in effect in this edition.
It's only a thing for rogues.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
only a
special thing.
All right,
only
then no. As it's a
rogues.
special thing, they won't be flat-footed. As it's a special thing.
If they were prone, it would have been.
It's true.
So that go like flies off. Flux will then move up, I suppose. No, I'll stay there.
Laurentius will give a loud scream, run forward, and there's like a downward power attack towards this poker that's rising up. Oh yeah.
Is that a crit?
No.
I mean,
I did.
Should be.
I
It's,
didn't target
it's
him.
probably 10 over its AC, so that probably is a crit.
Yeah.
So that's 38 damage.
That is a huge amount. Yep, that'll do it.
And Laurentius will look, Alicia, that's how it's done. And that's my turn.
Alicia will just mutter an infernal, yes, but noisy.
She says that she might be smacked in the face.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
Laurentius just killed his friend.
And then you're the one who started poking her head into its tin.
Yep.
That's fair.
You woke it. You woke it up.
No, that's fair.
Unfortunately,
It woke up on the wrong
Um,
side of the bed.
it will let out a terrifying croak.
Here we go.
She does not care.
Isn't it such a pleasure? Dax is fine.
Yeah.
Dax is out of
Laurentius
reach.
is afraid again.
Laurentius is afraid.
I do like being too far away to be afraid.
It's quite nice. Yeah. Alicia still just carries that irritated look upon the Bogarts.
All right. It will club at her.
Wow, that is just a hit, yeah.
Just hit.
Reduce the damage by 4.
Okay. So I will just do half. And that one I will take full.
Nope, that's me attacking the Bogart.
Yep,
Oh, that's you. Oh, right.
Retaliatory strike,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
beside you.
That's right.
It takes it, and then it will extend its tongue out at Alicia, thinking that the squishy thing won't want to try and escape, but misses, so it's fine. That Bogart is dead.
Oh, no. Do that. She will just
So what's your melee
she
like?
has no, she's just gonna drop a bomb on him. Yeah. She just drops a metal sphere at its feet. Or a glass sphere. And oh, that is horrible. But it is
Ah.
flat-footed.
Flat-footed will work.
And take a step back. That'll be her turn.
Alright, Dax, the kobold without a gun,
She
will
would have taken an additional step, my bad.
stay where he is and just zap him. Zap.
To extend spell zapping?
Yes. I'd rather extend my spell than move 5 feet.
Because
That is
as we know, all core mages just kind of just stand there and just artillery.
arcane draconic words.
So, reflex save from the pocket.
Yes, reflex save. Ah, failure.
Failure, he takes 7 lightning.
Not enough dodge.
It's having a very electrical moment today.
And that's my turn.
I shall attack the Bogart.
You hit the Bogart. You slice the Bogart.
I then will shield bash the Bogart.
You hit the Bogart. You shield bash the Bogart.
Still up. Oh, a
Barely.
tiny sliver.
Just a tiny sliver.
Boo.
You want to try punching it?
I mean, you know what? Sure. I will try to give it to the boot. It does not get the boot.
Oh, so close.
So close.
Try to strike it.
That's
That's a bit of overkill.
And that's not without the power attack. I was trying with power attack on this one. It's just
Jesus. I had 2 hit points.
well, it had too many.
uh,
Well,
Laurentius
yeah.
just goes for the head.
well, that one went smoother than the last encounter.
yeah, that would have been like 48 damage. Jesus.
Yeah, you.
I think
killed him.
you massive damaged it.
Might be.
Well, seeing it had 2 hit points, I believe so. Oh,
Right.
No
Done
worries.
with those.
I briefly kind of look around. Is there anything in this room otherwise?
In this room. Boop. Boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Yes. One of them has a dirty coin purse filled with 19 silver pieces.
I pick it up. I add it to the stash.
Veritable hoard. And it also has something else on it. A little figurine.
Tell me more about this figurine.
It is in the shape of a dog made of onyx, and I've put it in the loot.
Onyx.
oh, thank you.
It is also known as an onyx dog.
Oh my.
Ooh, I would have never guessed.
Oh, wow. That's
We activate it once per
Neat.
week. Basically, once per week you get a guard dog for 6 hours.
Neat.
That is neat.
That's for Lux then, I guess.
Can I take the doggo?
Sure.
Yes, sure.
As we already figured out, Lux is gonna have a menagerie by the end of this. So
I kind of want it at the same time, just so I can put it in front of my lab.
on the other hand, survival.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
You're just gonna dissect the dog.
No, she's already cut up a few dogs already.
Yeah, but this is an onyx dog.
That's
Different
not
one.
the same.
Sure.
Will I ever use that item? We will find out.
Shall we go up or deeper to the
To the north of this little antechamber is a door that is heavily barricaded.
I guess not that way.
Oh, that might be where the mascot is. We should go there. We still have the meat, right?
Yeah, I've got quite a bit on me.
I don't know if I'm supposed to see this.
Yeah, no, that's the green blob I drew. That's your melted Oh god.
You guys did that. That's not me.
No, I'm talking about this. That's kind of phasing through the wall.
Oh, there's a
the
blank
dead creature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dead creature token. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
All right. In that case,
Oh, it's actually a loot reference. It's not even a proper token.
oops. Why is it?
So the door to the north is like. How long would it take to get through there?
So the barricade actually has stats effectively, which I will just highlight for you to make things simple. There we go.
That's a lot of hardness.
Oof.
They
Yeah.
have stacked all kinds of junk on it. You could, however, spend some time clearing it instead. It just if you want to get through it quickly. For instance, if you were in the middle of a combat.
I mean, with that much hardness, you have to do a lot of damage.
Where do you see this hardness? Oh,
In-
there.
It's a
chat.
chat.
I put it in chat.
Yeah, that would be.
Is that
Would be
all
difficult.
stonework, or is it a mismatch
There's-
of?
Stonework, some wood, looks like legs of broken chairs, and they've put whatever they can into stopping whatever is on the other side.
I wonder, does hardness apply to my bombs?
Applies to any damage.
Yeah, it applies to everything.
Oh, it applies to all damage. Oh,
Yep.
okay. That is good to know.
Unless something specifically says
The only
ignores
exceptions are,
hardness.
the only exceptions are typically like, oh yes, this is an extremely flammable object using fire. Okay, you can probably ignore hardness then, but
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is not such a place.
there is no such key weakness we can use here. So.
No. You can just spend time dismantling it. It'll take you about 15 minutes to be able to
So an,
get
ex-
through the barricade.
so an exploration
that would-
action will have time.
That would give enough time to Lux regain his focus
I
point
didn't spend
and
it.
heal me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know.
that's fair. Yeah, I can spend it to heal you and then refocus. That's fine.
Yeah. So
I can start working on the barricade.
In which case, Alicia, feel the holy flame and gain 6 hit points.
yeah, it irritates her skin.
As Lux kind of puts his gauntlet up to you, the golden flame gently wrapping around your wound and closing it.
Does it always make one itchy?
Itchy. It's always felt pretty soothing to me.
Interesting. Sure.
I give a confused look at Alicia and make a mental note of detect alignment later.
Sure.
I mean, I
You're
don't.
not
Have,
gonna get any.
I mean, Nux doesn't even
Yeah,
have a detect alignment. That's not a thing anymore.
Yeah. Well, even if you did, you wouldn't get anything.
As undetectable alignment, is it?
No, she's just on the neutral scale of things where.
What drives a person to be so neutral?
Hmm.
I suppose we spend a exploration action worth of time.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
All
yeah.
right.
Right, Laurentius
That's
digs
what you
stuff
wanna
up.
do, that is.
I refocus. Dax keeps watch.
Sure.
I'm assuming.
Well,
Yeah, Alicia's not very strong, so.
the door. The door behind the barricade is unlocked.
This wouldn't be considered unstable terrain or anything?
Not when you've cleared it, no.
Okay.
Because I imagine you've cleared it not just to make way, but actually out the way.
Yeah, Laurentius works hard to clean the whole barricade out of the way.
Yeah.
He's
That is-
used to this
I
kind of work.
suppose, a mage hand, how much that helps.
Yeah,
Probably not
as
much
a
at all.
farmer, you move rocks day by day. They move always.
So, what kind of furry beast do you think they put as a mascot?
A warg.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I bet
Alicia
a
will
beer
just-
on it.
Alicia will think,
Yeah,
what kind of animal?
I'll take you up on that, Laurentius.
So, tell me, Lux, what is your plan here? I presume your hand is going to the handle.
Yeah. So,
Of the
Lux approaches
door.
the door. My weapon is currently sheathed. My shield is currently raised.
Mm-hmm.
And I have, so I've gone ahead and taken the bag of fresh meat and just kind of put it beside me, so it's kind of, within, it's in reach already. Are they going to go to open the door and take a very small peek first to see if I can figure out what's inside?
Okay.
I don't want to just throw the door open.
That's fine. Give me a stealth check.
Sure. I actually have it trained.
Oh, you do?
It's not... I'm sure I'm not great at it, but it's trained. You know what? I will roll that again because it can't get any worse.
You say that.
It did not get any worse.
It did not get any worse. That it was very factual in that sense.
Perhaps I was... The door hinge is pretty squeaky.
Yeah, they've not been opened in a little while.
I should have oiled it.
Inside, and we'll open the door so you get a decent look at this. Inside is in fact a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
All right, we found the mascot.
Oh, initiative.
I was going to say roll knowledge check, but since it's the grizzly bear, I don't think I need to roll a knowledge check.
Nope, you do not need to roll a knowledge check.
That's a bear.
As it notices you, it looks at you, but then it looks past you and stands up.
Past me.
Is it staring at Dax?
Or is it
Nope.
is it staring at the bag of meat besides me, or is it looking like it just wants to leave?
A combination of the last two.
Just feed it.
Yeah.
You know,
and that
feed it and let it go.
in that case, yeah, Lux is just going to go ahead and doing his best. Also, Lux is also like an expert of animals anyway. Well, not an expert, but I have trained animal feet and everything. I'm just gonna go ahead and go ahead and make it clear like we're as a group are offering it this meat.
Okay.
And then slip off from it.
I tell you what, Lux, give me a nature check.
I will. That's fine. Oof.
Oh boy.
Right.
I missed it. I might smell.
Other than,
I might smell of meat still. But
thankfully for you, it was a roll for something other than him charging. As you leave the meat, he takes a step forward and takes a few chunks, though his eyes are clearly watching you. He will eat reasonably quickly. It seems he's a little bit underweight.
Lux does his best to act non-aggressively as he chows into the birds.
Yeah, I was just joking about a large portion, a portion for a large creature.
Yeah, Lux does. Yeah, of course, Lux gives him the full four people's worth of food. Kind of maintaining this kind of watch on him, not running away like a prey, just kind of keeping a watch and just slowly backing away, making a motion for Laurentius to.
Alicia will immediately go into the other room, and if Dak doesn't follow, she will close the door.
X will not follow. He's watching.
Yeah, no.
He take a step back, sure, but he wants to keep eyes on that.
Yeah, she's going to
Well, as it finishes its the main portion of it, he takes a step forward, sniffing the ground as it slowly makes its way down. It doesn't seem to be aggressive towards you. Will continue sniffing, sniff the dead boggard that is on the floor here, and will actually look in the direction that you guys are going, his nose sort of down to the ground, as it looks like he wants to follow the direction that Lux and Dax are going, though not following them specifically.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Just the direction.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine because we Lux has gone in this direction for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
kind of motioning almost for it to like come through a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of look to the door over like I can see just ahead. And you know what, I'll even chuck out a couple more rations towards that door over there. I have extra.
It will go over to the door, and as it sniffs around, it ignores the rations for a moment.
All I want to do
before
was
standing up on its back 2 legs, and then slams the door open. And then what Lux doesn't quite see, but does definitely hear, is a grizzly bear mauling a couple of boggards. Their screams fill the chamber and beyond. As the grizzly bear is in there for a handful of seconds before coming back out,
I just want to say I'm gonna
picking up the food he ignored, sniffing down the corridor, and then just proceeds to move along. Looks like he just wants to get past now, as he just makes his happy way with some meat in his mouth.
He looked like he was a good
shouldering the door open. He seems that he wants to go to the main entrance, the entrance that you guys came through.
Fair enough.
Oh, it's just making its way
Shouldering
out.
the door open. It just seems to be leaving now, and unless you guys stop it, it will.
You don't want another animal friend, Lux.
Oh no, Lux is going to go ahead and gently follow it, using his lantern, so he.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can go ahead and equip the lantern. But like, and kind of help guide it down here towards the exit and show it, and kind of gently kind of motioning towards the exit is, but also kind of trying to be like very supportive besides it. Lux doesn't know if he'll be able to find the bear, but if nothing else, just make sure the bear is guided in the right way and will not come back for any reason to attack us. If they make friends, that's a different question.
Give me a nature check then, as you're trying to be friendly to the.
And I have poured more rations
to the bear as it's making its way up, and you've poured more rations at it. You know, that's actually pretty good. Its DC has been significantly lowered.
Of which I need to go on my sheet, and because I gave it more rations, since it's a large-sized creature, that's another 4 rations into the sink.
Yes. The fact that you've given it a lot of food, and it was.
I said you gave it 2 days worth of food here.
Yeah. To give you an idea, is that it had a DC 18, and you lowered it by 6 for the the 3 points that you fed it was the 2 each. So, with like a +2 to your roll on each, so you effectively made it. It seems friendly enough to you that it might linger around. It definitely seems to want to leave, but whether or not it leaves for good, it doesn't seem quite as likely. It doesn't seem to be.
I might be able to track down the bear friend later.
Yes, definitely.
It doesn't.
I will wish my new bear friend farewell.
He will make his slow way out down the dark tunnel.
As Lux just walks back to everyone else, like, completely nonchalant, like, this is just natural.
Because it's a bear, so that's by definition natural.
Laura just hangs you a beer.
Huh? What do you mean, Alicia?
Oh, just saying that I've only seen animals this calm around particular people.
Lux shrugs a little bit. I'm used to working with them. Did it a lot when I was younger.
While Lux was doing all that, she would have taken a look in the bear's room to see if there was anything interesting.
All right. Well, it looked like it once upon a time could have been a stately room, but is now a horrific crime scene. There's half-mauled humanoid bodies lying in pools of blood, splintered furniture, bed curtains, and rugs torn, and there is a rather massive pile of dung in one corner. But you're free to look around. What seem to have remained intact are some books on a shelf, rather high up.
Perfect. She
Um,
will
yeah, go.
attempt to retrieve those books.
You can retrieve those books. These books specifically, let me just find it. So the books are rather damaged and don't have too much inherent value, but they do contain reams of historical information about the Order of the Nail. You reading through it, just giving it a skim, you might be able to get the same sort of information about the Order of the Nail as you have previously. But further, that you can also find, as you skim through, the surname of Alex, which is Stagram, pops up a few times, detailing the adventures of, if you ask him of the names, would be his parents and accomplished Nail forebears. Since his family are a rather prominent and prominent family in the Order of the Nail that have rather a few noteworthy members.
Interesting.
It also contains rather interesting information about ceremonial burials that take place in these crypts. Notably, it states that that valuables were always interred with with high-ranking Hell Knights in the Sepulchre of the Nail, which you have already been in, and the Hall of Lictors, which you don't believe you have. The records note that the following honoured Hell Knights were interred in the Sepulchre with possessions that were of personal significance. And it even outlines exactly what these would be. Though it only names those for the Sepulchre of the Nail, not the Hall of Lictors. It says that there was a Mistress of Blades, Zira Dauphine, who was interred with braces of missile deflection. There was a Master of Blades, Renton Visily, who had a Feather Step Stone. A Paravicar, Yenesta, had a Monkey Pin. Paralictor Laurine Senel was interred with double rings. And for each of these, they were also marked to have been placed to rest with a magic weapon. Each one.
Okay. Does it, for the process of interring them, does it explain any method of retrieving these items without, triggering them?
There's no mention in the ceremonies of any necromantic works being done. You would know that that by description, the sepulcher of the nail is the 4 mausoleum-esque yeah,
these.
sarcophagi, not the row.
Not okay. Yeah. Okay.
There is no
Interesting.
mention of necromancy on those specific.
Okay, that's
details.
excellent. Now she feels much better about it.
So there is
Um.
an odd lack of details about the Hall of Lictors.
mm,
Whether from damage or purpose, it's hard to tell.
let's just gonna go with on purpose. The Order of Nail is meticulous. Uh, making note of anything that information besides the list of materials and items, any information that would interest her, but it seems like it is mostly an adventure log, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, not really particularly interested in that. Um, she will uh make note of the ceremonies, but not make any effort of copying them. Just kind of committing them to memory, and then walk towards Alec.
All right.
And say, Alec,
He'll turn. He's been watching like the way you've come.
mm, I believe I found. Well, I believe you're a well-connected family from these words, and she will hand over the log
Mm-hmm.
with the names mentioned.
He smiles and says, "My family have been in the Order of the Nail for generations. There is no doubt to be some note of them."
Well, they are very notable figures from this record, and she will hand it over in full. Uh, not worth holding anything.
Mm-hmm. He'll smile. He'll give them a skim, and say, "I appreciate the effort and for you showing me them. Sadly, this provides, even to me, little value. These are
And
known accounts that are widely available."
she nods. I figured it'd be best to return it to the nearest member to avoid calculations.
He smiles and it gives her a sort of bow of the head and says, "That is more than fair."
Hmm. You know, keeping the resident Hell Knight would be member would be a fine contact for her
Certainly.
to contribute to her family. And be sort of proud that she is even afar from the caravan contributing to it. Um, but besides that, she will actually catch up with the rest of the party and say, um, I believe I found some items that be useful, but it depends on your opinion on grave robbing. I assume if we return the items, though, we could borrow? She just says it questioningly, but not really convinced one way or another, leaving it to the other members to decide.
It does
As
seem as
nothing
you
in there.
speak. It does say as you speak of grave robbing that Alec winces, but does not argue.
She does make a particular note to return the items, and but otherwise nothing really she heard about was interesting to her.
Laurentius
Or
will
at-
speak up. I would not want to tarnish my reputation so close to my hometown by raiding the Hell Nice graves.
She nods her head.
No.
They were buried with these things for their honor. To tarnish that would be...
Hmm.
And to die while trying to stop the release of a draconic god of destruction because we weren't sufficiently equipped also does not sound like a great option.
If you want to do it, Dax, you can. I'm
Oh,
just
I
too
have
close
no
to
need
home.
for magic weapons.
Yeah, but I'm too close to home for anything like that. If we were somewhere like in Cheliax, fine. Not in my backyard. Well, you know.
She will make note that there are more than just magical weapons in the graves.
Do not care. Too close to home. Far too close. It's like an hour walk in that way.
Yeah,
I will
she seems
rob graves, damn it,
unconcerned.
but not next door.
Yeah, she seems wildly unconcerned with whatever decision the party makes. She just figured letting them know would be.
Well, the dead are not gonna run away or hopefully rise to kill us all before we offend them, so we have time to make a decision. For now, we should step the portal.
No.
What is that circle?
That is a bog-like puddle,
Puddle.
where water has been slowly dripping through the cracked stonework above.
Well, that is far less interesting.
Yes, it's sadly not a portal.
I was hoping
Well,
for an acid pull.
by process of elimination, that means Laurentius is going towards the portal.
Oh, danger.
And danger, probably.
I
Well,
guess
the
that's true.
furniture in this former bedroom is quite all askew, revealing a mountain-like pile in the center made up largely of garbage, such as filthy cloth, chunks of rubble, and bent nails, though there are some few shining glints in the mix. On the wall, the eastern wall 'twas, there seems to be scrawled in a chunky substance in a childlike hand several words that may as well be gibberish to Laurentius and Lux.
Aizakawa just pointing because there's technically a tiny crack in the vision blocking layer so we can see out into the void.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is there a gap there? Interesting. I used Snap to Grid for this.
But there's a tiny gap.
There is a
It's right here.
tiny gap.
Is there a secret door in there?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Secret tunnel.
The secret tunnel. No, just me not checking that one corner for whatever reason.
I figured
Has
just
eluded
quietly
me.
point it out.
This
So,
Yes.
room
no,
seems empty.
But
portal.
Dax, you can see that the writing says in Draconic, "Beware, mighty," spelt in a sense like that, dragons.
Oh, this is where the kobolds used to live.
Laurentius would understand also that. Because he understands
Oh,
Draconic.
no, I forgot that he's spoke Draconic.
Yeah, we should not touch any of this. This is probably their stuff.
But you can notice on the far end of the room, like in this corner, the stone work has been smashed, and there seems to be the start of a rudimentary tunnel that maybe stretches about 3 feet.
Yeah.
That yeah, they did not make much progress.
was just-
As Laurentius gets close, the floor next to the rather pathetic tunnel are bent lengths of metal and pipe, as well as some smaller pieces of metal that kind of look like rusty spoons.
I just look into the tunnel to see if there's nobody hiding in there.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, good.
Can't help but
Yes.
notice that there's no portal here.
Might be downwards.
I don't know if we missed anything over here.
No, the kobolds were in there.
Yeah.
It might be the slime. Or, beyond the graves.
Maybe.
Alec
Any-
will point out. The goblins said they came up from below.
Thought this was below.
There
I mean,
is
basement.
from the glimpse of the collapsed stairway, there may be a lower level. This
Oh.
Oh, this might be a staircase.
that
What?
is a staircase
But it's collapsed.
that has collapsed.
That was the staircase up to the main
The
floor.
the staircase down is probably here.
He says there would only be one entrance or exit that was mainly used, and one, perhaps two. There'd only be one secret exit, as far as I'm aware. The typical layout of a Hell Knight keep. It would have the main stairwell down to the crypts, and whatever is further below. Some have several levels of basement, but only one way in or out. Choke points, you see. Best to stop invaders if there's only one or two.
So the way down to the gate is going to be completely blocked off right now.
If that is in fact the only way down there. Hell Knights and their architects specifically are no fools. They will ensure multiple exits. Whether they're easy to find is another story.
Well, Dex is certainly going to keep an eye out for both traps and secret doors.
Mhm.
But we didn't quite explore this area. Maybe we do need to brave the slime.
Hoping it's through this door, so it's right next to it.
Maybe.
But in preparation to dealing with the slime, I will pull out a different grenade. I don't know why that one is drawn.
And you've got the light, Laurentius.
Let's go back into the smashed dining hall or whatever first. There was a door we didn't check yet. So the kobolds are supposedly still here. I feel like that's a lie.
Oh yeah,
It's
they're
the
not here.
illusion.
It's an
Uh,
illusion.
Last time
Yeah.
we checked, they were upstairs.
It's cardboard cutouts of them.
Mhm.
Those crafty kobolds.
Right. Unfortunately for Laurentius and everybody involved,
Don't let us
he
finish
has
moving
stumbled
first.
upon. I can let you finish moving.
Following Laurentius up.
I imagine Alicia is much closer than what she actually.
She would be. She's been noticeably keeping further away.
So you should be all that way back though?
At this point, yeah, she's been only following about like 10 feet behind Dax.
Well, I mean, see, yeah, that's the point is you were like for 30 feet behind Dax.
I feel like this is accurate. Probably one more over. She has mostly been hanging back with Alec.
Laurentius, though, you have found a friend.
Wow.
Go,
They-
go.
For as much as she's hanging back, she is ready to go.
There is, in fact, a friend for Laurentius.
Well,
At
Friend.
least it's not one of those see-through ones.
this friend is not one that I want to be friends with, sadly. So I will give him the usual power attack.
All right.
That is
As
That
it turns
is-
out, it's rather easy to crit a gelatinous cube.
AC 10.
32 damage.
Did it do the power attack with that?
I did not do the power attack for some reason.
No, it did not. Actually,
So that would chuck an extra D12 on. No, no. No, it did.
2d12?
Yeah, because it did 2d12 then doubled it. It's just the fact you rolled a 1 and a 3, which then got
yeah,
doubled up.
it's just a
Oh.
really bad roll.
Yeah, it's
Just
a
really
terrible
bad.
roll.
Okay.
And then I will take, I guess, 5 foot step here. Yeah, sure, that's my turn.
All right. We'll attempt to go right here to see if I can see through. She would. Foundry, please. Thank you.
I realized
Not
that
quite.
I accidentally hit half instead of damage, and I was like, that's not right. Then realized what I did.
Now being able to
Anyway.
see it,
Mhm.
we'll shoot it. Would this technically have cover?
Yes.
I think I'm in the way.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
It'd
soft
be
cover?
yeah,
soft
the plus
cover.
1.
Okay. I was making sure it's not like hard cover or anything like that.
No, not quite.
I do see over 50% of it, so. Okay, -1. It is hit.
Funnily enough, you
And-
managed to hit it.
It is on fire.
It is on fire.
Oh no, the only thing. It's bad enough being eaten by a gelatinous cube. Imagine being eaten by one that is also on fire.
That is,
you know,
is true. Mhm.
she will go back and, contemplate the other actions that she took and,
Imagine an ooze crawls towards you. It is full of thermite.
Alright. Dex C is a huge, wobbly mass of alien intellect. Looks at a spell list and notices that. Yeah. We can, however. Oh yes. I'm gonna try something. Instead of being helpful, he will cast True Strike on himself. Because he has a plan.
Oh no.
He will then take a step down here to actually see the thing, which means I couldn't attack. Nope. Let me reword that. I can't actually see the cube right now, which makes the plan pointless. Let me do something else then. If I can remove True Strike, yes, I can. He will instead cast a magic weapon on Lux's weapon because he can't see Laurentius.
Oh. Fair enough. In which case, the silver mace I'm holding is now magic.
And then he'll 5 step here instead. And that'll be his turn. My plan was to try to crit it with a Ray of Frost, which would have probably reduced his movement to nothing.
Ah, 1 second.
But if I can't see it, that doesn't work.
All right. Okay, it is going to move at lightning speeds
Wobble.
as it in this action strides up to double its speed.
Oh, geez, it is fast.
That is almost double its speed, believe it or not. Laurentius, can you do a reflex saving throw for me?
Sure.
Okay, you just make it. All right. You avoid getting engulfed. You can choose to either be pushed aside as it continues its path forward here, or in front of it into that tiny corner. Feel like I know.
I will be pushed aside.
Yeah. And as it has tried to engulf you already, it cannot do so again for this turn. So that will be the end of its turn. And it burns a little bit.
I think it's boiling.
Boiling cube.
I will move down to here. And I suppose with the now enchanted Silvered Morningstar, I will strike at the cube.
And it sure is difficult to miss.
It's
It
very
really
difficult
is.
to miss, that is true. Crit!
Oh,
So
what
smack.
is with the crit damages being very low?
Yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Same as I.
I don't know why, but whenever I hit damage on critted attacks, it hasn't got anything that's like ignore crit damage.
Is
No,
crit
it
damage
does.
considered precision damage?
No, it does. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure oozes are immune to crits.
They're immune to critical
Oh,
hits.
yes, that's right.
100% right.
Non-standard physiology.
So only taking half of that, so yeah.
Oozes
They also
are, in
can't
fact,
be sneak attacked, which is fun for rogues.
Yeah.
That's
Of
why
course,
it was acting
metagaming to the
weirdly.
max, but yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. It's just
We'll see. Does Lux know any of what you just said? Probably not. Maybe knows that you shouldn't try finding organs in it. Go on, Laurentius.
I mean, might as well power attack it. More damage, even if it's not that great.
Did you roll a normal to hit then, since apparently crits don't work?
Yeah, crits don't work.
Yeah,
It does
also
do it. Figure itself out, though.
Yeah,
But yeah. It takes the damage. It's taking the beating.
and then
Pair
I
of
have
4s from
one
Laurentius.
more attack, so I'm gonna guess. I mean, it's a ooze. Might as well try. No.
yeah. The only way you can critically miss is if you roll a 1.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. Alicia will once again drop her torch and troll her Alchemist and make her way over here, seeing that, and take one step back, and that's pretty much her turn.
Right, Dax needs to get line of sight on this thing somehow. Guess he'll move behind Alicia?
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. And then he'll cast Ray of Frost.
It's great to see those Kobold instincts at work.
Huh. If you
Oh,
slow
it's
it, is it possible to slow an ooze's speed down to 0?
I think so, yes. That will be an attack. I'll have a -1 at least from soft cover. That would still be a crit.
Doesn't take
Okay,
double
so-
damage, but
Which means it takes 8 points of frost damage and has its speed reduced by 10 foot.
Speed reduced by 10 foot. Alright, okay.
if it's partly frozen in place.
Partly frozen in place. Nice.
I don't know. Does Ray of Frost put out its flames that's burning?
Technically not.
Mm.
Not by
Okay.
rules.
And that'll be Dax's turn. Trying to freeze the thing in place. It's like wobbly liquid things. Surely that'll do something.
It will use the same action of trying to engulf as it moves all of its double movement.
Well,
Going
it can still
through
move.
going through Laurentius and Lux with its double stride. Pushing Lux and Laurentius. Dex saving throw, please, gents. You guys, Laurentius hitting the Dex reflex on the nose. You're just pushed to the side.
And I was sure I was getting caught in that because, you know. my worst
I
save.
am amazed. That's its turn. It's managed to not engulf the fighters with a DC 19
I guess our only
reflex save.
weakness is humanoids.
Oh, my
Anything
misfortune.
else?
Like DC 19.
You know,
Have
I never want to find out what would actually happen. I just don't want to know.
That's, you know.
It's the only thing it knows how to do as well.
Have a mace.
I think it's gonna
Have a mace?
end
No.
with Laurentius killing it once more. Oop, that's crit
Well,
damage.
Crit damage applies, that's half of that, but still.
You destroy it. It turns into a puddle of slightly acidic goo.
That's on fire.
That is on fire.
That was
Part of his fire, part
incredible.
of his frozen.
That's hilarious.
I think completely
Alicia-
out of character and not knowing the stats of an actual gelatinous ooze. This was probably the enemy I have been most afraid of so far in this campaign.
Yeah.
What was that?
Just a cold roll to see if I can.
No,
Clean.
Lux is literally asking. What was that?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Alicia will say, I believe that was the slime that I pointed out earlier. As she rushes forward to try to harvest some of the fluids.
Laurentius gives you a short lesson of oozes and cubes and stuff.
Am I the only one
No,
not
it-
trained in occultism?
Yes, apparently.
It is a gelatinous cube. You know, they're immune to acid, crits, mental, precision, unconscious, and visual.
Okay, good.
They are
Good
blind
thing I had
and
a fire out instead of my acid flask.
yeah, and if you had been grabbed, you would have had 2d6 acid damage, grabbed, slowed, and would have had to try and escape. While taking the damage. Consistently.
She will try to harvest whatever is left from the cube before it all boils away.
Sure.
Also, congratulations, Sheep, for your natural 20 on occultism.
Yeah. Gotta make myself.
Would you want a roll to see if I can salvage anything?
Yeah, give me a crafting roll. Let's see if you can get anything.
So are we taking like 10 minutes?
I rolled a 19.
Amazing. Yep. You managed to get some of the weak acid that makes up the gelatinous cube.
Sure, I will put that on my character sheet, and I have weak acid.
But I think this is a perfect point to round off the session, actually, as it's coming up to end time. This room, I will tell you, in the form of treasure, has a +1 battle axe.
Oh,
Not a great axe.
someone got an upgrade.
It's not a great axe, but
Yeah, it's a battle axe.
the point is it's still a +1 weapon, which means we can rip its rune out if anything else.
Yes, exactly. Let me chuck it on there and then see if I can't edit it to be a +1, maybe?
Should be able to.
I don't know how to edit it to have +1.
That's simple enough. Go ahead and click the little edit button on the right-hand side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go details, and then you want to go potency rune,
Oh, yeah. So it's
and then you set it
+1.
to
There we go.
+1 through +4. It even renames it for you.
It does. Interesting. All right, there we go. +1 battle axe.
What is the? How do you rip out a rune? What is the action to
You,
do that?
you must have someone must have the magical crafting feat, which currently is none of us.
Yep.
Never mind.
And then you spend like an hour, and then you tear the rune out. And you can either put it on a different weapon, or you can, or put it on a runestone. It costs 10% of the price of the rune, but that's it. So
There might be a blacksmith in town that can do it for us.
that's true.
For a
Like,
fee.
magic is not rare in Golarion at all.
No.
There will be blacksmiths who can make basic
And
magic.
after the magical revolution, that was 2nd edition. Much more easy to craft them now.
But also, what might alter what you do,
Level up.
you do get a significant amount of XP for what you've done, because you killed some pretty dangerous encounters, as it turns out.
We also neutralized a bear.
And neutralized a bear and some kobolds. Because everything gives XP. So, there will be a level up, because I feel like that many XPs will get you over the threshold.
Yes.
Yes,
It
we are
sure
at
will.
the leftover would be 375.
Excellent.
And
Why did I do that? Why
don't
did I
know.
type 713? Oh my god.
Is level 3.
Almost 50 HP.
Almost over 4.
So the 2 through 5 ability boost, you cannot select the same one as
You
last
cannot
time.
set the same one in the same set.
Okay. In that case, dexterity seems like a good idea.
It'll only let you do... Like, if you use the character sheet, it should only let you do you're allowed to do.
Oh,
advantage.
why does it give
Constitution.
me a +2 bonus? Oh, because
You get a +2 to anything that's under 18, or
I
+1 for anything
see.
over 18, or at 18.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Yeah, raising my dex to 18 be amazing. Next time I may raise my
We also get a skill increase, or I get.
yes, and a general feat.
Yep. This can be spent on either a skill feat or on general feats.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I've got expert fevering now.
Right. What do I want to be trained in expert?
I'm gonna pick athletics for the first one.
Makes
Because, you know,
sense.
it makes sense.
Got expert thievery and expert perception. I am almost able to find traps, maybe.
I also got expert perception and expert will now.
Alright, I'm going to just pop off. Apparently, Kiddo's being a terror, but I will leave the server on for a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
But thank you guys for playing, as always. And I hope you're having a ton of fun.
I am most definitely am.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I am bringing chaos to everything.
Don't know if that's a good thing.
Well, I mean, it is for me since I don't have to deal with it. Quite a nice change of pace for me. All right. The skill increase is only limited to skills, right?
Yes.
Or the training. Okay. So.
So many spell slots.
In your case, you get second level spells now, Dax.
Yeah. They aren't incredible, but they are mine.
I don't want to see if I can raise. I feel like occultism, raising that to expert, would be
good.
appropriate.
I mean, expert crafting would make a lot of sense.
I will at level 4. I will get a feat that gets me automatically to legendary crafting.
Oh.
Without having to spend any,
Also, stopping stream here, so bye stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.